Hello?
Hi.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Just got to make sure that the recording audio for you is all right. But hello.
Welcome to Dirty Pajama Boys.
Welcome
We
to
back.
welcome to the Dirty Month Boys. Oh my god!
Oh shit.
Wesley at the last minute? Oh shit.
The buzzer beater.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
I literally
Wesley,
home.
are you taking a poop in the principal's office right now?
No, I'm literally at home. Like
Are
I
you
just said,
literally?
Hitting
hitting
the
the
gwitty.
I hate all of you.
God. Are you taking a poop? No.
No, but I do have to.
Yeah, you know, I'm riding that line too, buddy.
I'm about to say, I just hit record, and as soon as I hit record, you show up, Wesley. So congratulations.
Yeah, that's right. That's what's up. Greatest timing.
We were talking about your cool computer beforehand.
Hey.
Yeah, we're talking about how cool it is and how nothing is broken. Everything is all right.
Yeah.
Everything is all right.
Everything is good.
Sean was specifically telling me that I'm fucking stupid and need to use 2 chords like a fucking. He's like, "You idiot! What an idiot!" And I was like,
Oh,
"What?" He's like, "You want to?"
Yeah.
He was like, "Don't you want to break everything in there? You idiot! You're breaking it." And I was like, "But it's not broken." So we came to the conclusion of Sean still hates the idea that it is the way it is, but.
No, I was like, it's broken. You ruined it, and I hope you spend all the money on a 5000 series card and no other parts.
Mine's a way lower wattage draw, so it pulls less power or whatever.
It doesn't matter for his.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But apparently, I'm still stupid and have small brains. And
yeah, that's right. That's right, idiot. But anyways, what have you guys been up to? I know we just said that Wesley was building a new computer, so
yeah, from scratch. I mined all the ore and everything.
Yep. You went.
He built a new computer Minecraft. Then
you went to all the countries to get all the minerals.
Yep.
He got so many blood diamonds on the
My graphics card runs on blood diamonds.
I mean, that'd be kind of baller.
Bro, that'd be crazy.
But anyone want to go first as to what they've been doing?
Wesley, you go.
Wesley, go.
You're orange.
Working.
You
because I'm orange. That's crazy.
Hold on, I got a phone call. Give me 1 second.
Wow, this guy.
Okay,
we're back. Intro again.
Yes. No. I
hit him in the head.
I just paused it for a little bit. Like, sorry about that. I had a phone call. Wesley, what did you say for your week that you wanted to talk about?
Oh, bro, I've been playing so much Minecraft. I'm honestly understanding the whole like
the vibe of it.
Yeah, because dude, mods in this game.
So I know you got your new graphics card because like I was there. But
okay.
But like, have you done like any like 4K realistic mods for it, or just like any
RTX on?
Yeah, RTX. Well, actually, I don't know if AMD cards can do that.
I'm pretty sure they can get something
similar.
Overclock, yeah.
There might be something like might have done like a package or something.
Possibly.
Maybe not. I don't know.
But anything graphic intensive that you put your card up to?
Wait.
Not really. I mean, I was playing what's that game called? The Justice League.
Oh, Suicide Squad.
Yeah, there you go, that one.
How is it?
Honestly, it's not that bad.
Okay.
For like the hour and a half ish that I played, not that bad. But whatchamacallit, yeah, like just like everything could handle it besides I guess my my CPU is like just killing it completely.
Yeah,
which sucks.
I realized that like as we're putting your stuff back together, it's just like I think he might bottleneck your graphics card.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, but in due time.
What's crazy is I looked up Wesley's CPU, and I just typed versus mine, and then looked it up at the benchmark whatever online,
Mm-hmm.
and mine is like 2 below his. And I was like, how the fuck is this?
Get fucked.
And I was like, but my shit runs pretty good. Again, it's the difference here is you have a really good GPU right now.
Yeah, that's the difference. Is that like yours is like mid-range a GPU, while Wesley got himself like
the big boy.
The big boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Not like the biggest boy, but a big boy regardless.
No, that shit still does 4K though.
Yeah, but compared to the XTX.
Whoa, another X.
Yeah, that's why that one is the big boy compared to Wesley's big
family.
Boy. Yeah, then he would have to come in here and be like, it was all about family, and then drive away.
If Wesley got a new graphics card and was like, I gotta go drive.
No, I'm just picturing that the last scene of which Fast and Furious had Paul Walker in it? Was it 8?
3?
No.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like Wesley's driving in his car, and then he looks off to the side, and he sees his GPU driving as well, and then they split down the road. It's been a long day without you, my friend.
And then 5 seconds later.
Yeah. Anyways, so yes, Wesley, what else did you play?
Honestly, mainly Minecraft.
Wait, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
League of Legends, you know? I'm just saying you played League of Legends, you know?
Oh, I did play that, yeah.
Yeah. You got some high frame rates in there, buddy.
No, yeah, so I played Leaf like the first time. Yes, no, the night that we was that same night, right?
Yeah.
With everybody? Yeah, because it was like we stayed up till like 3 in the morning. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was having like almost 250 frames. It was crazy. That was dope. I loved it. Literally barely saw a difference, but the numbers went up. My head was like, yeah, nice.
Anything else, Wesley? Did you play with your computer? Well, I mean, you only had like a couple days with it, so you haven't really done anything
exactly,
with it.
Yeah.
Did you take it to Disney World yet?
Did you take it on a car ride? Did you actually drive it like in Fast and Furious? Like
no, not yet.
Without you, my friend. Anything else you got? Any movies or anything? Any anime?
There is a couple anime. Hold on. I don't know what call it. Comey can't communicate. It's still adorable as fuck.
It's the greatest thing ever.
It's so wholesome.
You know how great it is?
No, how great is it? What do you have that's Comey?
It's Comey.
Of course.
It's the girl. You gotta have the girl.
The Shoko.
I have a question.
Yes.
Have you had that?
What?
Have you had that for like a long time?
I
don't know how old the show is.
It's like the show was fairly new, but like it came out 2 years ago or a year ago?
I'll let you know right now.
Yeah. But the figure came out I think at the same time as the show, and I think it was like $38. And I was like, yep, gotta pick it up because I love this character. She's fucking phenomenal. It's great. The show is very cute to the point where
Pumfucko? Pumfucko?
No, it's not a Funko Pop. No, it's
I'm dropping out of the presidential race in case you're
wondering. Kamala Harris is taking part of this podcast now. This is how we find out. This is a Nendroid. Nendroid is done by Good Smile Company, which a lot of their stuff is pretty quality for the most part.
I only like to buy from Bad Smile, sorry.
I was about to say, because I got myself the Batmans as well for the Nendroid Batmans. Hold on, let me send a picture of what they look like. But the only thing that I did fuck up on was that I was trying to take off the head off the Robert Pattinson one, and then I accidentally scraped the hair, so now I have to find paint to paint it in. But I'm not going to use that
Why
head
not
sculpt.
just put real hair on him?
I could
give him an emo cut.
Hold on. Let me send a picture to the Discord.
Slap him on the back of the neck and say, "Nice cut, G."
Dare them Nendroids. There you go.
It looks so stupid.
I love them. They're so cute.
They really do look so stupid.
I know. I love it. It looks so cute. But anyways,
also with the fucking Isaac in the background.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with
that's also a good smile.
I guess.
Yeah, that's also. Oh, and if you can see a little bit,
Which Batman is this?
Those. So from left to right, it's the Michael Keaton Batman, the Christopher Nolan Batman, and then the Matt Reeves Batman. The Robert Pattinson.
Who the fuck is Matt Reeves?
Robert Pattinson. There you go. God damn it.
Yeah,
bro.
say the right guy's name. Okay.
He's the
Nobody
actor.
cares about Reeve Man.
Anyways, I also got here. I finally got the thermos from Alan Wake 2.
I can't believe Chonch is doing show and tell when we were listening to Wesley tell us about TV shows.
Sorry, Nendroids.
Yeah, right? Like,
sorry.
No, it's all about Chonch. No, it's all about Chonch.
Look at all these stupid Batman that I have.
Sorry.
Once
Wesley said Comey can't communicate, I was like, I gotta show my Nendos. So here's my Nendo. But anyways, it's a good show, isn't it, Wesley?
Yeah, it's not bad. I haven't finished it yet.
That's fantastic. It's great. I love that show. I just love the premise of it. It's like you think that Comey is just like an ice queen, but no, she's just a scared, very adorable person.
You would think that she can't communicate.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the show, which is it's such a like goofy premise of just like the super popular girl in school that nobody can talk to because everyone thinks that they think that she's better than them, when in reality, like, she has social anxieties and she can't actually like talk to them because like everyone's like too afraid of her. So she thinks that there's something wrong with her. And it's just like this very cute thing of like the main character, what's the main character's name again?
Comey.
No, besides Comey. Toad.
The guy, I don't remember his name.
Oh god, I forget his name. But the male main character. He's like kind of like a normal guy. He's just a normal guy. And he just, I forget what was it that kicks it off. Like he just he like showed up in class.
He's able to read the room well, and to the point where like he like understands people.
So that's the thing. Yeah, he's very normal, but like he's able to have like good social cues. Yeah. But
so like one day he was trying to talk to her, and then she just and like runs out the room, and he's like, "Oh wait, you can't talk to people, can you?" And she's like,
"He's like, you dumb bitch!
That's me.
You dumb
knows
bitch!
What I am.
You idiot!" No, it's a very cute show, and I think the manga is still going. Yeah, I think they also introduced like new love interests, because that's the whole thing with like a lot of these like these animes, specifically like Comey can communicate, is that like you think these two characters are going to get together, but you don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they probably will. But new love interest. Yeah, romance shit is always very cute. Anyways, continue, Wesley. What else you got?
I started reading my book that I bought.
What did you buy?
I bought whatchamacallit, on Amazon, because I don't feel like taking it on my bag. Amazon. Account.
Remember the book or?
No, yeah. Wait, what?
Like you said, you got a book.
Yeah, I bought a book. I'm trying to find it on Amazon because I don't feel like taking it on my backpack.
You don't remember what book you bought?
I'm literally looking at it right now. Damn, give me a minute.
Hey, say the name of the book.
I didn't know what it was until I found it.
How the fuck did you buy a book and then say, I don't remember what this book is?
I also want to complain about this situation.
Yeah, it's the it's a 5-in-1 book about different mythologies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm reading the first chapter,
which
and
is
they go in order in terms of the mythology. So it's Greek first, and it's about they introduce like the Titans and like Gaia and everybody. And I'm like, damn.
And did they talk about Zeus fucking that cow to make the Minotaur?
Not yet, but
it's getting
they
spicy.
said how Aphrodite was made.
Oh.
They talk about when Jones was stapled to a tree.
No.
Like Prometheus? Okay. Is that what you're trying to imply? That I am
Shut
Prometheus?
Up, tree stable man.
Yeah, that's
wow,
right.
Spoilers. I didn't get to that part in the book. God.
You ruined mythology for me.
You ruined it. Spoiled it.
You spoiled the Bible.
So
Jesus dies. What?
What?
That's insane. Being able to spoil something that's been around for too many years is very funny.
For like 5 millennia.
That would be a really good fucking like skit, bro. Would be like, I haven't read this before, just the Bible, and someone ruins the Bible for them.
You know what's there's like this video that I saw about like a bunch of like K-pop artists, like this one particular group. I don't know what they're called, but like one of the girls was talking about like anime, and they're like, oh, what's the show that you recommend? And she's like, oh, Neon Genesis Evangelion. And they're like, oh, all right, what's that about? And she just kind of goes into like what the premise is, but then she's like, I like the show so much that I basically binge read the Bible. Everyone else just like looks at her like, you like, binge read what? Like, yeah, I binge read the Bible, because Evangelion's whole thing is like very like angels and demons, and so she wanted to like an idea of like what the fuck they're talking about in the show, and it's just like this goofy shit of like, yeah, I binged it. It's so dumb.
Jesus. Yeah, this girl, like one of the kids, like watches like an obscene amount of anime, and she's like, "Have you seen Evangelion yet?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Essentially, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, haven't seen it yet." Damn.
How old is this person?
She's like 13.
Oh God, that's
13 or 14.
That's a lot for a kid to take in.
No, bro, she's seen some shit.
Oh, just for reference, Wesley works at a school, so like Wesley's not talking to random 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
I just want to add that preface.
Do you wear sunglasses on stream, Bonnie?
And a fake mustache and a fake mullet.
Do you also cheat on your
wife? No, like that, like, dude, I watched that show like maybe like 2 or 3 years ago because of the whole. I think when the 4th movie was coming out, I was like, all right, I'm just going to watch all the Evangelion stuff. And I watched the series, and I'm like, I think it made me depressed at a point, because it's just like, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. And then after watching that, you watch End of Evangelion, which is like the follow-up movie, and that shit is depressing. But then you watch the Rebuild movies, where it has like a more happier tone at the end of it. But it's like, it's still a depressing series. Like, that's why I'm surprised that a fucking 13-year-old child is able to absorb that, or if she absorbed that, because it's a lot.
She probably did.
Like,
knowing her, honestly, she's seen a lot.
Yeah,
I'm
because
surprised.
I don't want to go, like, when you do eventually watch it, I don't want to go too into it, but it's like, once I got to the end of that series, I was just like, oh my God, like, life is cruel. Like, that's the takeaway I had. Like, life
is on par with Kamina and what is it?
And Simone.
Yeah, no, like just Kamina after he kicks the bucket.
Oh, not even that. It's just like the main motif of the show. It's just like, I guess, kind of like, not really a spoiler, but like your main character that you're following doesn't want to do what he's doing. He doesn't want to, like, everybody tells, like, there's a whole meme of like, get in the robot, Shinji, because their main character is Shinji.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard. I think I heard. Of
your main character is Shinji, and throughout the rest of the show, you start to see that like Shinji does not want to get in the robot. And it's and you kind of side with him, but everyone else around him is either manipulative, or they're just like, dude, if you don't get in the fucking robot, people are going to die. So you put a shit ton of weight on a kid. Like, Shinji's supposed to be like 14 years old. You put a shit ton of pressure on a child. So it's just like, yeah, at the end of it, it's just like, it just felt cruel. To the point where like the fucking intro of the show is called Cruel Angel's Thesis. Yeah, bro, it's a lot. Like if you start to like take it bit by bit of like the events of that show and then the end of Evangelion movie and then the Rebuild series, it's just like, it's a lot. It's just a lot. Yeah. But overall, it is good. I think a lot of people would say that the show is a deconstruction of mecha anime. Because you know how like the construction of mecha anime is like Gurren Lagann is a perfect example of a construction of mecha anime, where you have a main character, he feels it within himself to have that duty to fight for what he believes in. While Evangelion kind of deconstructs that and is like, you have the main character, but he does not want to get in the robot. He does not want to fight for these fucking people because all of them suck. And it's just like, you just feel bad at the end. Like, that's how I felt at the end of watching the whole series. It's just like, I felt gross. Anyways, continue. Like, what are you going to say next? This 13-year-old was like, Wesley, do you know anything about Berserk? And it's like, what? Oh, fuck. That shit's rough. Anything else you got, Wesley?
So funny you mentioned that anime.
Berserk?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
She's also seen Berserk as well.
That child needs to be stopped.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I can't.
That child needs to be stopped.
Bro, she's adorable though.
That's great and all, but like,
Nah, she cool. She chill.
Okay.
She chill.
Okay.
No, I just find it like hilarious how you're just like, that she's gonna talk about Berserk.
And then she's gonna talk about Berserk, and then she's gonna talk about Alphen Lied, and then she's gonna talk about like, well, I mean, Junji Ito's body horror, but regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways. And then she's gonna talk about Chainsaw Man, and then Fire Punch, and then... yeah. Anyways.
Good stuff. That was funny.
That was... I don't think I'm ready to continue. That's a lot.
Okay, you're done.
I think it's because like, you know, people go into different mindsets, especially if it's a 13-year-old child going into specific things about that. I would assume that she's more interested in like, you know, the action stuff mostly, I would assume. Mm-hmm. But I know how my mind works, and I like to like take little pieces of things and like see what they're trying to interpret with that. So, but like with Evangelion, it's just like it's a lot. It's a lot. Especially at the time I was watching it, I was just like, oh my god. Like, it's a lot for a fucking like 20-something-year-old.
No, but yeah, she loves shit like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I guess kudos to her if she's like, you know, keeping it chill at least.
Like, whatchamacallit, she talks about shows that like came out when like we were kids that she's seen like the entirety of, and I'm like,
have you seen this classic anime One Piece?
No, she refused to One Piece though, which I find hilarious.
This is the thing, man. Like that was the thing that I kind of got into, and it sucks too because like One Piece is genuinely really good, but those filler episodes fucking suck. And it's crazy because you think that one of the arcs is filler, but it's part of the fucking series, and it's with the Fox guy. What's his name? You know, where they play the game. Do you remember this in One Piece where Luffy and the crew like interact with another pirate ship and they play a game of like taking crew members? So they won Chopper for like a little bit, and then like Luffy had to box the guy on his boat. Are we gonna?
Don't.
You don't remember?
No.
Okay. Anyways, it's part of it's in the manga. Like but like you would think that this is like filler for the anime, and it's like no, like that's in the manga. But regardless, like I was looking on Netflix of like the episodes of One Piece, and I'm just like that didn't happen in the manga. That didn't happen. I'm like wow, there's a lot of filler episodes, which is kind of insane. But yeah, like I said, it's just like it's unfortunate that like not that many people get into One Piece, but it genuinely is a very good series.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, no, 1,100 episodes. Ew, gross.
That's the problem. Is that like there's so many episodes, but the problem is that it's mostly filler. It's like Naruto. Naruto's the same exact thing, where it's like I'm sure there is a good story underneath, but there's so much filler. Dragon Ball, you can say the same thing about Dragon Ball Z, where it's like there's a bunch of filler, but it's still like one of the most like highly renowned series ever. Yeah. Anyways. Anything else you got?
What else is there? Not really.
All right. I guess that's it for Wesley. Howler?
Yo,
what did you do?
what up, G? So
I watched One Piece. I watched Evangelion.
So I watched Evangelion and Dumpster Fire too.
Oh god.
So yeah, let me look this dude up real quick. Who is Goggles man you made fun of that one time?
Welding Goggles?
What's his actual name?
Walton Goggins. America's Sweetheart, Walton Goggins?
Alright, you're gonna love this. I've been waiting to tell you this shit since like for the whole month, dude.
Are you gonna tell me you're related to him?
Oh,
okay.
No, I finished watching Sons of Anarchy.
Uh-huh.
And there's I think he's a trans woman.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah.
It's Walter Goggins is
Yes,
is
Walton.
Yeah, Walter. Walter Daggins. He's a
Bilbo
trans
Baggins.
woman in the show, and one of the characters I like a lot ends up like kind of falling in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
But like the funniest part is it's literally just Walton Goggins with huge titties.
I think I saw that picture. Yeah.
Bro, it's so funny,
bro,
man.
It's funny you mention that. I've been watching Twin Peaks. You know who David Duchovny is, right? From the X-Files?
Oh, yeah, the main guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a character in Twin Peaks where it's just him in drag.
It's so funny.
But he works it, though. Like, it kind of works, but if you're not staring for too long and thinking, David Duchovny. But, yeah, I think I've seen that picture of Walton Goggins with boobs.
Yeah, I almost sent you a picture, but I was like, I gotta just tell him, man, because this shit's got me cracking up. Crazy, man. He was in the show for a long time.
In a lot of, like, what was that? FX, right?
Yeah.
He was in a lot of FX show, I think to the point where he became, like, part of, like, the main cast of the show Justified. Because originally he was supposed to be like a one-off character, but then like he did so well with the ratings that they were like, nah, you're kind of staying here.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, that face, like when you see it, you're like, oh, I love this dude.
He's fucking fantastic. Even like comedic roles, because I hear he's really good in was it Vice Principals and Eastbound and Down, I think is another one.
Eastbound and Down, yeah. Yeah, he plays he might be in Eastbound and Down, but he's in the Gemstones.
Yes, Righteous Gemstones is the other one. He's like Uncle Baby Billy, I think.
Yeah, Uncle Uncle Baby Bill, you get back here, help me out.
I really gotta watch that show because I've seen a couple of clips of that, and I'm like, that's amazing.
Oh, you never watched it?
No, I've seen
Dude,
a
it's
clip.
so good.
I gotta see it because like it's so that name, like I don't know why it sparks joy in me, especially for Walton Goggins, because it's such a stupid name.
He's also always a Southern dude, like most of the time.
Yeah, because I believe he's from Kentucky.
Yeah, listen, it works well. It's so funny to hear him do this shit all the time, bro.
Yeah. No, he's great. He's a phenomenal actor. And it's funny that he always gets typecast as like a bad guy, because he just has that face.
So the other part of Sons of Anarchy I wanted to talk about was, this show went on for too long, and do you guys care about spoilers for the show or nah?
I was gonna watch it, but probably forget this conversation and probably watch it.
That's probably fair. He's like, I'll forget everything DB says. It doesn't fucking matter what he says. So.
Yeah, probably because I got the Hulu thing, and I was like, all the FX shows are on there, so I was like, yeah, I'll give it a watch at some point.
So the main character's name is Jax, and his father died. And his father was part of the motorcycle gang, so he just wants to follow in his father's footsteps. It's what he's always wanted to do. He grew up loving motorcycle gang life. Now his stepfather turns out to be the guy that killed his father, and he learns this information, and then he ends up killing his stepfather, and then he becomes the dude that runs the show or whatever. And it's just like, so what's so bothersome about this is the entire thing is him reading his dad's journal for like the first like season or two, or maybe 2 or 3 seasons. And he's like, my dad would have never wanted the motorcycle club to go this way. And then everyone's like, nah, don't worry. And his mom is always telling him, don't worry so much, it'll be okay. Also, you're wrong and I'm right. And that's the whole show. That's it. It's his mother constantly telling him, I'm wrong, you're right. Or I'm right, you're wrong. And like, stop looking into the past, basically.
So it's like Tony Soprano.
It's like 7 seasons of this shit, bro. And like, so I couldn't remember why I stopped watching it, and like part of it was because they killed one of my favorite characters off, and then the other part must have fucking just been that I was tired of it. I just didn't know it.
Yeah, I can kind of get that. It's just like the same plot thread every fucking time you watch each season. I was just like,
bro,
yeah,
it was so bad. And then I think like the best part of the show, it's like if they ended at season 3, it would have been a great show. How
many seasons was it? Like 8?
6 or 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a little too long.
There's the best part of this entire thing, besides the Walton Goggins, because I think that really is the best part of this whole thing that I ended up with, is they go to Ireland, because they run with the real IRA is what it's called, like the gun runners.
Yeah.
And the intro song is still the same song, but it's like oh
my god, they Irishified it.
I started fucking laughing so hard, dude.
Holy shit.
My god. Bad show. I would say watch the first 3 seasons and then give the fuck up.
Yeah, I think I don't remember if my mom watched the entirety of it, but I remember my mom was like, "Yeah, I really like the show," but I think she probably got probably into 4 seasons. I think
it is good. Like when you start watching it, you're like, "Oh, this is good."
Yeah,
and then it just slowly gets worse.
I kind of understand it of like things are going on for too long, because I've been seeing online people are complaining about the show The Boys, where it's like it's the same exact thing every season, which to be fair, I kind of like, but I can understand from other people's perspective, like it's just getting annoying to this point. But you know, in a context of the show, it makes sense. It makes sense as to why it's continuing. But still, I'll get into that in my week about The Boys.
Gotcha. I watched the movie Civil War.
I've been meaning to watch that. Alex Garland.
Do not watch it.
But I want to see
A24 movie.
But I want to see how California and Texas team up together.
It's so bad.
I gotta see it.
No.
Dude, anytime you said it's so bad, there's like a little like thing in me that's saying, watch it. You gotta watch it.
Oh, it's so good. Definitely don't watch it, though.
Oh, okay. You're right, then. I guess I shouldn't watch it.
What a great movie. Don't watch that.
Damn. That's unfortunate.
No, unironically, this is a fucking terrible movie. Who's the main character? The Spider-Man girl?
Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah. Just like...
I know that Jesse...
You don't want me to say anything, right?
No, because I'm probably going to watch it, and then we can talk about it.
So if you like this, I'm going to hate you. Because what a bad movie. So we'll talk about it when you get it then.
Okay. You'll definitely watch it.
And I'll be like, this is a phenomenal movie. Fantastic. I love it.
I want to go on record, though, saying that nobody should pay money to see that movie.
So what was bad about it in a non-spoiler context of like, was it the plot or was it the characters or like... The message,
the
like, what's
execution of the plot.
Okay.
So I don't think the story's a bad idea.
It's interesting, especially at the fact that how Alex Garland like kind of like pointed at the United States maps of like how it got separated. Like I thought that was interesting because everybody was like, "Wait, Texas and California are like together?"
Yeah, but like that's all the information you get about it.
Okay.
There's no like in depth about. It's a lot more about the character themselves than it is about
the actual world that they live in.
Yeah, I mean, like they go over some of the stuff, but it's like so minuscule. It feels like you're not getting a story at all. It feels like they were like, "There's going to be a DLC story soon."
Oh, because
I finish the story.
Because I'm about to say there could be a sequel, Civil War 2.
Right, but there's no information already. Like, listen, I can go watch it.
Yeah. Because I'm more interested, because I think what you're probably trying to say is that like it's more of a journey than
No,
not even that.
No.
Of just like these characters that live in this world.
No, it literally feels like somebody was like, "Here's 3 characters. They're gonna go do this thing." Okay, they did it. Like that's how it feels to me.
Okay, I'll probably have to.
And there was no like sustenance along the way.
Okay, I probably have to go to watch. Yeah, because you would think, because like if they're traveling throughout the states that are obviously separated, like you would think there would be some like interesting things within those states of like, oh, what's going on here? Like what the?
Not, and if you genuinely think it's like
good,
then maybe I missed something. But my eyes were open for an hour or 2 hours.
No, I can understand because like Alex Garland stuff is weird. Like Men was like really fucking weird because like I didn't understand what the fuck was happening in Men. I liked what was happening like visually, but like contextually I didn't get anything until like I think somebody summed it down where it's like it's like basically like it's like Greek mythology, and it's like, oh, I don't really know anything that much about Greek mythology, and it's like here's like a summed down version of Greek mythology that takes place in the world of Men, and it's just like, huh, okay, that's weird, but okay, I got that. And then
it says this is no deep meaning or anything.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I think so far either Annihilation or Ex Machina, I think, are like the top ones that I've seen from.
This honestly feels like a rushed piece. That's what it is. It feels like it was a rushed piece to just be like, Trump bad.
Okay. I would have to give it a shot. Just to see like what you mean, because if it's trying to be like too,
watch it and then you can be like, oh, best movie of the year, and I'll be like, great.
No, I already have my best movie of the year, so I'm set on that. Yeah, but yeah, it's Love Lies Bleeding. That's my movie of the year.
Okay, Destiny 2, gotcha.
Yeah.
So I watched that. Then I watched Wild Things. Do you know what this movie is?
Wild Things. It's not the movie about the monsters on the island, is it? No, that's where the wild things are, right?
No. But that's true. I didn't think about that either. This is about a teacher, a high school teacher.
Oh, is it with Bilbo Baggins and like Jenna Ortega?
No.
Oh, God.
This is a very old movie.
What? I'm thinking about that.
This was like the 80s.
Oh no, that's something's girl or like someone's girl, some shit like that. Anyways, yep.
It's just like this teacher gets a sexual harassment thing, and he's like, I didn't do it, and he clearly didn't do it. And then it goes to court. Another girl comes up and says that she also got sexually harassed, and then in the middle of court she's like, I'm lying, I didn't get sexually harassed.
JK.
The girl that said she did first, like, threatened me to do this, to, you know. So like, this is very early on in the movie, and I'm like, oh, this movie's over. That's kind of a quick movie. Literally, like, almost immediately they get done that, the guy gets awarded money because of the wrongful lawsuit or whatever. Gets the money from the mother of the child, and then they're like, a next scene is like all three of them kissing in a bed, and they're like, we got away with it, we got your mother's money. And that was the plan, was like to get the trust fund money for the kid, because she could never get her trust fund until she's like 21 or something. And then there's like this whole thing where like it turns into a double cross on one of the girls, and I was like, oh shit. So like, in the beginning I was like, oh, this is kind of a gross movie about a gross guy, and then like it turned into this thing, which is still a gross guy, by the way.
Yeah.
And then it turns into this thing of like all these people double crossing each other, and I was like, yo, I did not think this was gonna be this type of movie. And like, so it's him, and then like he double crosses with there's a blonde girl and a brunette, and the blonde girl and him double cross the brunette, and then they kill her, and then the blonde girl's like, oh, I knew you loved me so much, blah blah. And then you find out the brunette was faking her death, and then the blonde girl gets killed actually, and then the brunette and him are on a yacht on like a boat, like going to like another country, and then she shoots him with a harpoon on the boat and kills him. And then the next scene at the end is just her with a blonde wig on in like the Bahamas or something, and she's just like, I got away with it.
Okay, this movie sounds amazing. I want to see it now.
It sounds so stupid. It sounds so stupid.
I want to see it now.
Wild Things is on Netflix.
I would probably give it. Did you know? Because I'm looking at it right now. There's a sequel, Wild Things 2.
No, there's not.
There is. It was made
for that movie.
2004. Not the same director, but it is a sequel.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
All right.
I watched
a Netflix original though.
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
that makes sense.
Because Wild Things, I see who it is. Yeah, Kevin Bacon, Matt Dillon, Neve Campbell, and what's her face?
Neve Campbell's the guy, right?
No, Neve Campbell, I believe, is the lady. Susie is the name of the character. Denise Richards is the other one.
Kevin Bacon's not the main guy.
Matt Dillon, possibly.
Dillon, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Denise Richards. Denise Richards was in Starship Troopers.
Yeah. I also watched Beverly Hill Cop Axel F.
Is that the new one?
Yes.
And?
Bad.
Kind of expected that.
I don't like it. I have not watched the first one or second or third one though.
Oh, that seems like a bad idea.
And I was talking to my friend, and he was like, what, you didn't like it? And I was like, no, it's like, without watching the first one, I was talking to him about it, and I was like, I think that they're going for like nostalgia.
Yeah.
Because all it had was old music and that dan 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 dan, which I was like, that was like big back then, I'm sure. And then the fuck was it? Was just like Eddie Murphy being old, and he's like, I can still do all the things I used to do, and it's like he's got to learn that he can't and become a father. And
yeah,
so
it's
I went back and watched the first one after watching that one, and I was like, oh, the first one's great.
Yeah,
and I think it's because Eddie Murphy had a bunch of like
that was like at the height of his career. I believe
it doesn't feel like he cares as much making this one it doesn't feel like it's like a passion project. It feels like he's like, well, I made money off of it.
That's the thing. This is the problem with a lot of like nostalgia shit, because like this was almost the exact same feeling I had with Top Gun Maverick, where it's like this is just nostalgia shit again. Like these are people who are like, oh man, fucking Top Gun 2 would have been fucking amazing if it came out, and it's like 20 years later. And it's like, yeah, it's a good movie from what I understand, but it's like, it's just feeding on that nostalgia
20
factor.
years later, it's time to go to the beach.
It's time for the nursing home, Tom Cruise. But
throws him off a cliff with the wheelchair. It's time to go to the
nursing home.
Parachute.
Mission Impossible 9, nursing home. But no, like when I saw that, like, oh, they're doing another Beverly Hills Cop, I was like, huh. I'm like, I never saw the first two, but I hear the first one is genuinely like one of like a classic comedy action movies. And then like the second one is okay, and then like I heard the third one is like awful. But then like
I've heard the third one's awful. My friend swears it's good.
Okay, well, I haven't seen it.
I'm gonna give it a look and see.
Yeah. But like that's a weird thing to do, of just like, oh, let me watch the fourth one in the series.
So the reason I did was because it's new, and I was like, I don't want to go back and watch old. I just don't want to watch old movies.
Oh,
like,
God.
Yeah.
Significantly older. So
God, you guys are killing me here, because I'm looking at the fucking pile of movies that I got, and they're all like old movies.
No, I mean, like, I'll go back and watch Goodfellas, but that's something that I grew up with and watched. You know, I didn't grow up and watch all these other ones. I mean, I still love I Love Lucy. That's an old ass TV show, black and white. Like, I'll watch that shit anytime. But again, it's like, for me, it's things that I grew up with. If somebody tells me to go out of my way and watch something, specifically if it's good, I will go back and watch an old movie.
But I tell you that, and you're like, no, Chonch, that's dumb. And like,
it's completely wrong. The only thing I haven't watched that you wanted me to watch was that fucking Umbrella Corp TV show. And I'm glad I didn't watch it. We were supposed to watch it together, and then
we were supposed to, because we said you made a word.
First of all, you're too close and too loud to your mic.
Good, because then you can understand that how fucking frustrated I was.
Italian. You can't use those fingers at me.
I will use them because to get to a point.
Those are spaghetti making fingers. Get them off your hand.
Because we both agreed. Oh yeah, let's watch it together. Let's understand. And
he's smoking a blunt right now.
And all right, let's watch it, and then we'll come back together within a week. And then when we got back together in a week, I was like, all right, I finished that show. It's awful. And you're like, yeah, bro, it's so bad. I'm like, all right, yeah. So
for our audio listeners, Jones just yelling at me right now.
That ending, yeah, they can hear it. That ending.
For our blind listeners,
and pointing his doing his fingers. I'm like, that ending was terrible, right? And you're like, yeah, it was the show was so bad, I even watched the ending. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you didn't watch the ending? You're like, I stopped at episode 4, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? Why did I watch it? I'm like,
probably stopped episode 2, by the way. I probably lied about that.
So I was like, why the fuck did I watch it? We agreed that we were watching together, and you were like, no, I stopped at 4.
Now that Jones is done being angry, and he's so happy now.
Because I didn't recommend that shit. I said we should watch it together, so you're wrong. Wrong.
Okay.
Wrong.
Okay.
Wrong.
I'll still be here and wrong. So...
You're coming out here being like, Choach recommended a fucking Resident Evil Umbrella shit, and I'm like,
Resident Evil Netflix series.
I'm like, no,
was very bad.
I didn't recommend it. I did not recommend it. I said let's watch it together, and you didn't watch the whole thing, and I did, and I was like, that show's ass. That show's terrible. The only good part was fucking Lance Reddick, and he's dead.
Good. Bad. I mean, bad.
Too soon, bro. Too soon.
So I understood you the first time. You didn't tell me twice. So I watched Reservation Dogs.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to watch that. Yeah.
Nothing bad about it. I think it's good. I actually am going to.
What about William Knifeman?
William Knifeman. That's very funny. Mm-hmm. Think there's a movie called Yellowbird coming out from the director of that show. One of the directors of Reservation Dogs is doing a movie on a book called Yellowbird.
Okay.
And I want to read it before I see it because it's not coming out for another year or two. So I figured,
might as well give it a read.
Give it a read, especially because it's like 400 pages. Man, that's a lot of pages.
That's what I did with Killers of a Flower Moon. Like before the movie came out, I listened to the audiobook and I was like, oh, like all this information is interesting. Let's see how they do it in movie form. And yeah, for the most part, they did like explain a good amount from the book.
Yeah. So one of the dudes that did I want to stop saying one of the guys, but I don't want to look him up right now.
One of them boys.
One of the ones that did the directing on Reservation Dogs. All of his projects are tied to Native American situations.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I'd say like mostly like lifestyle, I guess, like lifestyle or life in general. So it's very interesting to feel like he did such a good job, in my opinion, on the show, which I know is more than just him, but it's clear that he wants to like make it known how Native Americans live and like their lives in general.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested to see what else he does because it's really authentic, it seems, to like maybe like their problems and stuff, you know?
Yeah, no, like I understand that you're seeing it from a perspective of like a culture of people that not many people get to see through their eyes. Which is really, I think, really interesting. No, I think now that you said that, I probably will give this particular person's other stuff like a watch because that's like you said, that's a culture that know nothing about.
Yeah, so just thought it was cool. I think like again, like I know other people shot the movie and stuff. He's the director, but like his perspective on stuff seems like it might just be like. Even if it's not like something meaningful, it might just be good. Like, he might just be good at his fucking job.
Yeah, and you see like someone's like vision. That's all it is.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Vanilla Sky.
Ah, fuck! I've been meaning to watch that.
Just fucking right back to hating that guy. I don't like Tom Cruise at all.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is a weird one.
He's just
we always talk about this.
Acting.
We always talk about this. Like he's hit or miss.
When he's in a show or a movie, seems like he's just really excited to show off his body. This could sound like I'm like, what's the word? Not brag. What's the opposite of bragging? Being upset.
Jealous.
Say again.
Jealous.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't know how the fuck that shit slipped my mind. So it might sound like I'm like uber jealous or something. I'm like, oh man, I wish I had like
I hate
heck and I was
Tom Cruise's hot.
I wish I was 5'4".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
wish I was a short king.
I completely 100% am not jealous. All right, there is some jealousy. I wish I was rich. That'd be cool. I wouldn't want to look like Tom Cruise.
I wish I had Xenu with me, you know. Scientology.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But like he always just seems like he's like, oh, I can't wait to be half naked in this film, and like I'm so cool.
Yeah, because like the 90s, the 90s / late 80s was like the height of Tom Cruise.
Yes.
So that's the thing you have to take in consideration.
He was like the perfect white guy.
He was like the Leonardo DiCaprio before Leonardo DiCaprio.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, hate him. I'm sure if I met him, I would hate him too, by the way.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. I love watching the Mission Impossible movies. I think they're just fun. I think they're incredibly fun. The only performance that I have to say that Tom Cruise does really well in, and it's a me thing. I really liked him in Magnolia, which is a Wes Anderson movie.
I'm about to check that out.
No, sorry. Thomas Anderson. Is it Thomas?
Willem Dafoe?
No. I said Wes Anderson. That's the wrong director. That's Wes Anderson is fucking Fantastic Mr. Fox. But Magnolia, Thomas S. Anderson? Shit, because I'm getting him mixed up with the fucking singer from that band. Is it Thomas Anderson?
Some guy. Let's just leave it at that.
Paul Thomas Anderson. There we go. Got it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. But yes, I think he's. This guy did not. Paul Thomas Anderson, because that movie is interesting. That movie is interesting because of the fact that Tom Cruise plays like a shitbag in that movie, but you kind of understand why he's kind of a shitbag. So that's the only movie.
Tom Cruise.
But that's the only movie I would have to say that like he has acting chops. Because I just saw another Tom Cruise movie like a while ago called.
This is gonna be the last one I watch of Tom Cruise, and then I want to hear nothing of Tom Cruise again.
Edge of Tomorrow was the one that I saw. And I was
Tomorrow?
No, Edge of Tomorrow, where he like it's like Groundhog's Day but with aliens.
Jesus Christ. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Groundhog's Day. Yeah, with aliens. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
I'll
about.
check out Magnolia to see if I think he's good or not.
Yeah.
Julianne Moore is his final chance.
Julianne Moore in that movie is fucking great, especially her breakdown scene in that movie. She's in like a drugstore and like she wants her fucking drugs now. William H. Macy's also in there. He's great too.
H. Macy, not C?
No.
Okay.
Not H.C. Macy or C.H. Macy or Ch. Macy.
Tom
Cruise.
I watched the Lethal Weapon series on Hulu.
Wait,
which
the TV show?
Yes.
Okay.
I have watched this before, and we have talked about this before. You might remember this, you might not. 2 seasons is I can't remember the guys' names.
I know it's one of the Waynes, right? The Wayans?
But he's not one of the main 2. He's the third brother.
Yeah.
Damon Wayans.
Damon. I think it's Damon. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a phenomenal actor, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the other guy's name, but there was a falling out with him.
I was going to say it's
Murtaugh and something else. I don't remember the other guy's name. That's the character's names in the show.
Yeah.
Murtaugh and Riggs. So the first 2 seasons has Riggs in it.
Mm-hmm.
And Riggs is the white dude. And
he's the Mel Gibson, yeah.
And he's like sad because his wife died, and he's got to figure out what happened. He finds out what happened. And then in the second season, go ahead.
I had a question. Have you seen the Lethal Weapon movies?
Yeah.
So is the series just the movies, but series?
No, it's like its own thing. A reimagining, I would say, of like the characters.
Okay, gotcha.
But it's still like trying to be it has a black guy and a white guy.
Yeah. The buddy cop.
So, right.
Yeah. Because I was about to say, do you remember the Rush Hour TV show?
No, it was a TV show?
Yeah. I think it existed for like maybe like 2 or 3 episodes and then it got canned.
I mean, I'm going to look that up. What's it called? So season 2, Riggs kills himself. I can't remember if he kills himself or he just dies.
What is this, monk?
But shut up. He dies off. And what happened is on set, I think Damon Wayans I think it got hit by a piece of shrapnel from something. But it wasn't like he just got hurt.
Yeah.
And the guy that's playing Riggs, there's a video of this. Somebody recorded it. You can't see the actual people. They just recorded the sound so that it would be known that this happened. Or I guess like they were recording the movie, right? Or the show. So like they just had the recording or something. I can't remember how somebody leaked it though. So the dude that plays Riggs is talking to Damon, and he's like, come on, stop being such a baby. And he's like, he says something like, fuck you, man. Like, this shit hurts or whatever. And then he's like, just telling him he's like being a baby again. And then they, exchange fuck yous or whatever. And then at one point, the dude that plays Riggs is saying to him, the only reason you have a job here is because you're brothers anyways, you fucking loser or something like that.
That's what that was. Yeah.
And listening to that, like, I haven't revisited that until now. And I went back and watched that video again because I was like,
what happened?
Why? This guy is such a good actor. Why was he thrown out of this? Like, I hate that he's not the character. And then watching it again and being a little older and understanding like that's actually really fucked up. Because like
you're saying that
don't get me wrong,
other person's career is solely based on their family, like
yeah. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, like he probably might have had a way paid. I don't know if he's older or younger brother, but if he had the way paid for him for sure, like yeah, he like did fine, but like, dude, you're at work. You're at your 9 to 5. Yeah. Shut the fuck up and do your job, because he's there doing his job. And you know what none of us expect to be done to us while we're at work is get hurt.
Yeah.
So fuck you.
And I think the thing that is like, it's unnecessary to say something like that.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up and just like make your money and
make drum beats, Metro.
And like this dude, like he doesn't have the same pain threshold you do. None of us do.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, again, like there's so many mixtures here that like just you don't need to put your 2 cents in everything.
Yeah. It's like there's a combination of things of like, first of all, being insensitive to that fact of like your coworker got hurt, and then you should be a little bit more, you know, concerned about that. And then second is just like mentioning that specific thing about their family is that like you don't do that. You just don't.
Now I will say there's like cuts here and there where like there might be more conversation going on that I don't know. And he did point out, he did a Twitter post back when it happened, and he was like it didn't happen the way everyone thinks it happened. And I'm like, you know, it's true. Maybe there is a possibility there's back and forth of them, you know, again, them giving fuck yous back and forth. And
there's also like the added factor of like maybe they made up at the end. You know? Yeah. Like afterwards he probably apologized and been like, yeah, I went, that was a little offhand.
But after hearing that, I was like, you know, to be fair, yeah, I get why they got rid of him. I was like, sucks though, because it was a really good show. And it would have been nice if it kept going. I gotta tell you who the other guy was really quick. No, not that.
The actor that plays Riggs?
Yeah. So, the original guy was Clayne Crawford. That doesn't matter. The guy that it turns into, it's not the same person, but I think it's like Riggs' brother or something, or I can't remember who this guy ends up being. But the next guy that comes in to play the new cop with Damon Wayans is Sean William Scott.
Stifler?
Yes. And I'll put it out there. He does a great job of filling the fucking role. It made me so happy.
I mean, to be fair, Sean William Scott is a pretty charming guy.
Yeah.
You know.
He only got 1 season through, though. And then they canceled it.
Oh, I thought you said then he committed suicide as well. They're just replacing every white boy in the show.
So, really good show. I like that a lot. I'll probably always go back and watch it, but it does make me... Going through, I do always feel disappointed because I'm like, I know it's gonna, you know, change, and like, I really wish this guy wasn't a dickhead, basically.
Yeah.
Other show I watched, or I finished watching, finally, is Ozarks. By saying finished watching, I still have 2 episodes left, I think. But
okay, so but you're on the final season,
whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
you're going to have to fucking kill me.
I finally heard that, and I love it.
Yeah. It's such a good scene too.
And watching her think about killing Javi, when she mentally does it.
What, listening to hip hop?
I was like, well, no. When she, regardless.
Listening to hip hop and then meeting Killer Mike is the funniest part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But when she mentally killed him, I was like, oh shit. And then like it zaps out, and I was like, oh, okay, she would never kill somebody just straight up. She would say like a monologue or something. Yeah. And then when she actually kills him and just straight up kills him and says nothing, I was like, because that's how it would go down.
It's a good like comparison and like the contrast of that, of like your imagined scenario with the reality of it. And
but she really did it. Like it was like, it wasn't in the same place or anything, but like it was a 1-for-1. Like she didn't say anything, she just straight up killed the guy. Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's crazy. Like it also shows like how fucking fed up she finally is, And honestly, like
with Marty and his shit.
Even Marty's like fed up at this point, as far as I can understand. Again, I have 2 episodes
Yeah,
to finish
like,
up, and then I'm done.
Wasn't it like Wendy who was like pushing more for it?
Yes, at this point now she is.
Yeah, but it's you can blame both of them because of the fact that Marty was like, I want to do this for my family, but then Wendy's like, don't fucking use us as an excuse for that.
Well, Marty was forced into it. He was going to get killed in the first episode or something.
Yeah.
And then they were like, so you're going to do this or you're going to die.
Yeah. So yeah,
like,
technically it gets to the point of just like...
But they do get greedy, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, good show. I like this show.
It's a good show.
And I got 2 more shows.
2 more episodes?
No, I got 2 more. Well, I got 2 more episodes of that to watch, but 2 more shows to talk about, which is Defending Jacob on Apple TV. And this is Captain America.
Chris Evans?
Yeah, Chris Evans has a son, and his son gets accused of killing a kid. And it goes to court, and you just have to, watch it and see how it pans out. But I liked it. I thought it was really good. I think it's like 7 or 8 episodes long.
Wait, you finished it, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Does it leave like in a cliffhanger? Or like a second season? Okay, so it's a mini series that just ends.
Yeah. I think it was a movie before, maybe a book as well. I'm sure it was a book as well.
Okay.
So I would recommend that. It's really good. And then my favorite thing I'm watching, and the last episode's coming out Wednesday, Presumed Innocent with Jake Gyllenhaal on Apple
God
TV.
damn, I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, I hear it's actually pretty good.
This is such a good fucking show.
Yeah.
And it's a book and a movie. And this is not the only season we're getting, even though it's going to be a definitive ending for this season.
Oh, interesting.
Next season is going to be a new case.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Yes. And I'm assuming it's not going to involve anyone from this. It's just going to be its own story.
Its own story, yeah. I like that. So, like an anthology kind of thing?
Yeah.
Good call.
For this, the reason I recommend this so much is one, Jake Gyllenhaal is one of the best actors in my opinion.
He's great. He's fucking fantastic, bro. Fucking Nightcrawler is like the best thing he's been in.
Thank you. I love Nightcrawler, dude.
Mm-hmm. Nightcrawler is fucking great movie.
I just thanked you like I was the one that was in the show. I just said thank you, and then I didn't give my context. Yes, thank you. That's a good show. I like that show too.
Yeah.
But Presumed Innocent. So the kids are great actors. The Jake Gyllenhaal is a great actor. The wife is a great actor.
Just
the
good
attorney
cast.
that he works with, everyone, the people that like it's so fucking good, dude. Like I can't get over how much I love everyone in that show.
Yeah,
I don't think there's one person in that show that I fucking hated. Oh shit, I completely forgot because I said the kids are great actors. Remember I was complaining about Sons of Anarchy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know I shouldn't complain about like 5-year-old actors, but holy shit, I think the kids in this show are one of the fucking actors' kids.
And they're terrible.
Like, every time, fucking hate this, bro. Jax will come in and be like this again. This is getting near the ending seasons, like season 5 and 6 or 6 and 7. And Jax will be like, "Hey, what's up, little man?" And the kid will be like, you can tell the kid wants to laugh while being like told his lines or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, did daddy hurt mommy? And I'm like, punch the kid in the face, make him cry, because he should be crying, and he shouldn't have a fucking smirk on it. Oh my god, I hate it so much. and then this really great talented actor has to stoop down next to a bad acting kid,
bad child actor,
and be like, little man, it's okay. I love you, and I'm so sorry that
I'll never do anything to mommy.
And nothing happened to mommy.
You promise?
Even though mom's dead and he's fucking And then the kid's like, "Grandma, help mommy." And I'm like, "Oh my god, you're fucking retarded. I hate you so much. Like you're so stupid. Stop." And such poor acting. Again, like I don't know a ton of movies where there's a bunch of like, or where there's kid actors, but like
Stranger Things before they became all 20-year-olds.
It's hard because like I don't know the age of what these kids are, but they're young, so like I don't know when you can train a kid to like act well.
I would say maybe
it's
like
just so bad.
I would say like maybe like 6 or 7, where they're a little bit more coherent.
Bro, I might have to find a clip of just like that moment where he's talking to his kid about his mom.
Yeah,
and like send it to you because it's so bad. I hate it. Anyways,
mm-hmm.
Presumed Innocent, everything, and that is pretty great. Highly recommend watching that shit. It's cool. That's it for movies and shows.
Video games.
Yeah, Destiny 2, baby. Only reason I want to talk about that was because it's getting harder to play it. There's just like nothing to do. And like the stuff that there is to do is like I don't want to do anymore, just because it feels the same.
Yeah.
I bought Red Dead Redemption 2. I played.
Did you not play that game like at all?
No.
Okay.
I've gotten multiple times now, like an hour into it, and then stopped playing.
But you've played the first one?
Yeah, back in the day, I don't remember much about it. I remember.
What happened?
I said I remember Arthur Morgan.
Oh, okay. It kind of cut out right there where you said Arthur.
Oh no, wait, not that. I'm sorry. Marston, John Marston.
John Marston.
Fucking idiot, Jesus Christ, sorry.
The best character.
Son of a bitch, Marston. So then I played a demo called Death Trap Dungeon: The Golden Room, which is what do you call these games where it's just
a roguelike?
No, it's a video of a video recording of people, and then you choose your pathway.
Oh, like a visual novel.
Oh, I know what you mean.
It's like an actual video though. Like it's like a movie.
Oh, FMV?
Like literally a movie. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. I don't think I'll buy it unless it's like $1, because I don't want to pay $20 for that. I don't think.
Gotcha.
Is cool though. High on Life, I beat the 3rd boss. Good game. Okay. It's pretty cool. I like Rick and Morty a lot. I played We Were Here Forever with the boy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And we got through like 2 or 3 puzzles.
And then you're like, I must go.
Dude, I get tired.
I must go sleep.
My big brain for all them puzzlings.
I must go rest.
Pretty sure I ate and I fell asleep. But
did eat.
Risk of Rain 2 is another one. I just got this on sale because I had it on PlayStation and now I got it on PC. Still a good game. Played some of that with Wesley. And do you have that game, Jones?
Yes, I just bought it because the summer sale happened.
Hey, you should play with us.
Yeah, probably should.
I'll carry you.
And then we all played Phasmophobia.
Yeah. Yes, that
was cool.
That was cool. We did that. I won. And by I won, I went to the spirit world and punched that ghost. So I win.
When you went to the spirit world, did you see her all the time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's creepy, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Could you follow her around?
Yeah, kind of actually.
Did she like yell or anything?
No, she just didn't care about me anymore up until like a point where I think once it ended.
When she got you, did she make a noise?
Yes, she was like, I think she was like breathing heavily, and then you see the fingers, yeah, wrap around you.
Okay.
Good times.
I think that's a funny game. We should definitely play it again.
It is very funny.
Even though you'd be like, I'm scared.
And you're like, I don't want to go there. And I'm scared. I pooped myself. Oh,
you guys need.
There's pee everywhere. Oh no! Look what you guys made me do.
When you always need one person on the team that's terrified of what's happening, so that's good. You got it, all right.
You guys,
you're not wrong.
Somebody needs the Shaggy and or Scooby in the group.
I still went back in there and made myself a sandwich, and then Jones died. Not my fault.
Yeah.
So, I went in there and got myself down. You can ask games he saw. My numbers were low.
Honestly, that was funny. I'm like, we're like, oh, is Church dead?
Yeah.
Chunch died.
And I just look at your life, like your heart monitor on the little chart thing, and it's just NA, and I'm like, oh no, he died.
Jesus Christ.
Can't believe you guys let me die. What friends you are.
So funny.
I played Skur Ritual, which is a Black Ops zombie copy. It's cool.
Skur Ritual.
I don't think
yeah.
I don't think it's worth buying it. I would just go buy Black Ops and play zombies.
Damn.
I don't think it's that good. And currently, the fuck is the thing before the predecessor? Is that the one before?
Yes.
The predecessor to Skur Ritual is free on Epic Games. So I didn't know.
Oh, Skur Maiden or Maid of something? Yeah.
I looked it up. They're the same game, only one's a shooter zombie thing.
Yeah, I think that was the thing that like
same
made
assets and everything.
Yeah, that was the thing that was like, wait, they made a shooter out of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing that confused the fuck out of me.
It's pretty bad, but
okay.
Again, like I mean, it's still fun to run around and shoot zombie things. So like it didn't feel terrible. I don't know, the gunplay's fine. I think the movement's fine. I think like that game has potential to do something, but I think something I was talking to games about was the sound effects is something they could improve on. Like when you pick up max ammo, you're so used to like hearing max ammo, you know, from the zombies. And it's like when you pick it up in this one, it's just like, yep.
Boo-doo-doop.
I don't think there's a noise for it.
Damn, that sucks. Like,
I think it's just a visual cue.
I'm about to say, like, it's not going for like a arcadey feel. It's like it's not doing that.
Again, I don't think there's. I turned my sound down pretty low, so maybe I need to turn it up and like see if I'm missing something. But no, for the most part, it's just that. Which like there is kind of story to it, I guess. But again, I would just get fucking Black Ops. And then the only other thing I'll talk about is there's a League of Legends character that came out. I know it's very important for you to know this.
Yes, very. Continue. Who's this League character?
It's a mage named Aurora, and she hurts people in her circle world that she brings you into.
Wait, she hurts people?
Yeah.
Like
League of Legends character, all of them hurt people.
Okay, I was about to say, like, is there any difference of her hurting the people? Like, is it like?
Nah, what I was referring to is when she uses her ultimate. I didn't know it hurts you if you're a bad guy and walk into her walls. But I found out when I watched 3 of my teammates die with me inside of there by walking into, like, we had like, I swear, like 15-20% health and died from walking into a wall.
Yep. He's strong.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know the player good enough to do it though.
I was going to say, like, does she break the meta? As far as I understand what the meta
for
is.
sure right now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Every new champion always breaks the meta.
I was about to. Yeah, I was about to say, like, isn't that for most new characters in most new games or most games like that? It's like a new character comes out and obviously she's not patched or anything, so she's gonna break.
She'll
something.
get patched in like 4 months.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Or like 4 patches, whatever the fuck I meant.
What else you got?
That's it. All right, Jones, you talk about the skybox in Halo 4.
Ooh, 3 hours. Go.
3 hours. Let's go, peoples. All right. So, Chonch, we'll get into movies and shit that I've been watching because it's been a month, bro.
It has.
Yeah. So I've been just watching shit. I haven't really been playing anything. I guess. You know what? Let me start with video games because since I haven't been really playing much of those. Steam Summer Sale happened, so I bought like some stuff mostly for my Steam Deck, And I got a new NVMe for my computer, so I'm downloading more games onto my onto my computer. But I beat Rage again. You ever play Rage?
The first or second one?
First one.
Yeah. For the 64?
No, the PS3 and 360 game.
I'm thinking about Rampage.
I was like, which one is he talking about?
I was like, this motherfucker played Rampage.
No, I played Rage, which was like the id Software, like not Doom, not Quake game. It was like trying to do like a new IP at the time, but it's like post-apocalypse world with like mutants and bandits and shit like that. It's a very like 6 out of 10 game. Like it's fine, but it's not like anything groundbreaking. So I played through Rage, and I played through the DLC, which is called the Scorchers DLC. It's really short, that DLC, but it adds like a new weapon, which is like a nail gun that you can use like rivets and other shit on it. Overall, yeah, like I enjoyed my time with the game. Like I said, it's not anything too crazy that I would say you gotta play this game now again after years later. But the thing that always fucking kills me with these games back in the 360 and PS3 days is the fucking multiplayer trophies. Those fucking killed me.
Yeah, those are stupid.
It's so.
Yeah, how are you gonna get those, Jones?
You can't.
Send me a copy. We'll get it. Let's do it.
I guess, yeah. That's the only way you can do it. Is you gotta hit up some friends and be like, hey, let's help me out with getting these achievements, because it's like, in Rage there's like achievements for compete in like online races, or this shooting mode that you do with a co-op of 3 other people, and it's like you try to go onto the servers and nobody's playing the game, obviously, so it's just me there. But yeah, multiplayer trophies like usually just like kill it for me with a lot of games. So it's just like there's no point in going for like 100%. Just replay the story mode, and that's it. But besides,
they got rid of those essentially.
What, like a multiplayer trophy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like I think even like Rockstar games had that too. Where like I remember I really liked Red Dead Redemption, and it's like, oh, here's a bunch of multiplayer trophies, where you got to go do the Red Dead online mode. And nobody's on. Tomb Raider is the exact same thing, where Tomb Raider had a fucking multiplayer mode. Nobody fucking played it, and nobody will play it. So it's like this goofy shit of just like no point in 100%ing it. But besides that, I've been going back and like playing through The Surge. Do you guys remember this game, The Surge?
I feel like I know the name.
It's basically Mechanical Souls, where your main character is like,
oh, Surge, yeah.
He's augmented with like,
well, he's trying to find like some medical assistance for something.
Yeah, and like he's stuck in a world with like corpses that are being like puppeted around with like the machines.
Yeah.
So I started that game up like years ago, but I never went back to it. So I started playing it a little bit more. It's all right. I beat the first boss. I'm still at I'm on the second boss, but the game is very weird, where it's like I'm not really loving it. I like the aesthetic, but I'm not really loving it. And I think it's because of the fact that I hear that the second game is a bigger improvement from the first. But the other thing is that like there's a part of me that doesn't. I think I know why I don't like it, and it's because it's by the devs that did the original Lords of the Fallen. So I remember I beat Lords of the Fallen, and I don't like that game, like at all. But you know, I'm giving The Surge a chance. I probably will give it a little bit more of a chance, but it's like something I'm probably gonna go really slow with. So yeah, there's that. I've been playing through Dead Space Remake, trying to get all the trophies again. The majority of them. The last one is like beat the game on an impossible run, which is basically like no saves. Or I think you have like no, I don't think you have any saves. But I want to kind of do that as like a stream thing where I play the game on impossible, but that'll be like on a later time at some point. And then yeah, I bought shit on the Steam summer sale. Just like stuff I think I mentioned, like just for my Steam Deck and just like have portable use. But now I'm currently playing Kinitsugami Path of the Goddess. This was Capcom's new game. I don't know if you guys seen anything about this, because like Capcom didn't really do that much of a press thing with it, to the point where like I was surprised that the game came out, which was the crazy part. And it's good. Like, I genuinely really like it. Like, it's really interesting. I think what the idea that the game was trying to get across was that it's kind of like tower defense ish. It's like a pseudo RTS. But it's like protect the cargo, because the main gameplay is your main character has to protect this shrine priestess, and you basically have to make a path for her in order to get from point A to point B, while at the same time rallying up troops in order to protect her. And you set up the troops in like strategic positions so that when the enemies come in, they protect the shrine maiden or the shrine priestess. And yeah, like it's good. I really like it. I think it's like 10 hours. But like I only got like 3 levels in, and yeah, I really like my time with it. It's very good. Anything else? No, that's basically it for Vidya games for Chunch. I mean, I started Disco Elysium. I did a stream on that, and that game is crazy. I look forward to playing more of that, but now I'm a little bit torn because I bought the DLC for Elden Ring, and I'm debating whether or not to start the DLC for Elden Ring, because I see people are having a really fun time with that. Yeah, so Chunch is debating. I will
math debating. Math, like you like math? You like numbers? No, okay. Continue.
Anyways, so movies is the thing that I've been watching a lot of, and TV shows. So let me pull up the shit that I have been playing. Oh, that reminds me. Did you guys play the demo for Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn? I think Howler did, if he's still here.
He stepped away for a second.
Oh god, is he taking a shit? No, don't take shit now.
Check the chat and find out.
Yes he did. He left for shit. His bitch. Anyways, I guess when he comes back, we'll like talk with him about it. But anyways, let's talk about movies and shit. Where did I leave off last time? We talked about Pearl. Batman 1989. Wait, did I not put down? Maybe it did. Oh no, I don't think I talked about that with Howler. Alright, I guess it's Ultraman Rising then? Oh god, wow, yeah, it's been a fucking month. Because I'm looking back at like the movies that I wrote down, and it's back in June. You know what? I think this is better to do, because Prime Days happened, so I got me some movies and shit. So I guess I'll show off. Do some show and tell. That's what I got. These came in today.
Tell and show.
I got the Millennium Era Godzilla movies. So I got Godzilla 2000, Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Attack, and Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, which this one, the Mechagodzilla movie, I started watching on Prime Video, and I was like, this is pretty good. But I haven't finished it, so now that I have Blu-ray, I will probably finish watching that. And then I also got Godzilla vs. Destroya and Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. I think that's how you say it. But then I have a couple more Godzilla movies coming in tomorrow. So yeah, Prime Week as well. I bought a new hard drive for my computer, new NVMe, 4 terabyte. And then I bought some new headphones. I got the XM4s, the Sony's XM4s, and I really like these headphones. Because my old headphones are Bose Quiet 35 headphones, and they still use like micro USB. So they're pretty old, but they're still good. But I rather use those for like working outside and these ones mostly for like using in home. So yeah. Besides those movies, I also got the Daniel Craig Bond collection. Do you like Casino Royale?
No idea what that is.
You never watched Casino Royale, the James Bond movie?
No.
Okay. Anyways, but who cares about James Bond? Because we got Familia. I got the Fast and Furious 10 movie collection. Yeah. I have to. Said that. I have to check these because I've been seeing on the reviews that like people have been getting like non-working discs. Mm-hmm. I have to look at all of them, but I've seen 1 through 5, so I'm probably gonna skip over these. But I have to check the other ones as well. But yeah, it's it's all the way up till 10. Put those on to the side. I got the Spider-Man trilogy. I bought these like a little while ago. I got the Raimi, the Raimi, and I also got the Mummy movies, the 3.
Oh, dude, Mummy's so good.
I still want to get the Scorpion King because I forgot that's technically a prequel. But yeah,
the Rock Scorpion King.
Yeah, that's technically a prequel.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got those movies. What else I got? Part of the deal on Prime was so this is Neo Ultra Q, which back in my whole conversation about Ultraman, Ultraman was originally it started as like X-Files but with giant monsters. So the series was called Ultra Q because it was like the Ultra Question, some shit like that. So I didn't know until like recently that they did a like kind of like a newer series like in the 90s, but it's like 12 episodes and it's like kind of like the second season of Ultra Q before it became Ultraman shit. And I'm looking forward to watching this. I'm because I liked Ultra Q for what it was doing because of like the weird Twilight Zone X-Files shit of just like but what if stories with dudes in rubber suits. The other thing that I got was The Departed. So, yes, the Departed. If you're from Boston. Other shit that I got was Blade with Wesley Snipes. Yeah. Some motherfuckers want to ice skate uphill. 1917. I really like this movie. I really, really like it. I know Howler hates it. And Blade Runner was the other one I got.
Get the original one, or to get the
original Blade Runner.
Okay.
Yeah, the original Blade Runner. I've yet to get 2049, or was it 20? Yeah, is it 20?
20
no,
something. I think
2070. I forget the other one. Yeah, the Denis Villeneuve one. Anyways, Starship Troopers. What was the other one? This is basically Chonch. What did Chonch pick up as movies?
Yeah, literally.
Kamen Rider Geats.
Gross. Who cares? Next.
Wow, Wesley. Why are you so hateful? Anyways, Lord of the Rings trilogy, including the theatrical and the extended cuts. Happy about that. This is a movie that I highly recommend. Bone Tomahawk. It's a fucking great fucking movie. It's by this director Craig S. Zoller. I talked about watching like 2 movies of his called Brawl in Cell 99 and Dragged Across the Concrete. Those were very good movies, but I think this is his first one. And I remember watching this and knowing nothing about what the fuck was happening in the movie, and it genuinely is it's a fantastic movie. It's with Kurt Russell, Patrick Wilson. Yeah, just overall fantastic movie. I got the Steelbook edition. I like Steelbooks But the only thing is that like if you're buying it from like Amazon and other places that ship it, it's like be ready for like dents and shit, which is the unfortunate thing. Other shit that I bought one of my favorite romance movies, In the Mood for Love, in 4K. This is the 4K version. Right now, Criterion Collection is doing like a sale. So they had the Wong Kar-wai. That's the director's name. Wong Kar-wai. They had a collection of all his movies, but all in Blu-ray. And I was going to buy that version, but the problem is that I've been seeing on reviews and shit that apparently a lot of those like discs are like not in great condition. Like there's something weird that happened with production where a lot of them skip and a lot of them like just have a lot of weird issues. So I didn't buy that. But anyways, In the Mood for Love is like genuinely like one of the best like romance drama movies I've seen in forever, and I can't wait to watch this again in 4K. But yeah, it's a fucking great movie. I love this movie. The other shit that I bought, because I kind of went on a binge to watch more stuff by Park Chan-wook, or Chan-wook Park, is bunch of movies of his. So I bought a bunch of Blu-rays. Thirst, JSA, Joint Security Area, and Stoker. Stoker. It's unfortunate that Howler is not here because I would like to talk to him about this particular movie, Stoker. Do you know the show Prison Break?
Heard of it, have not seen it.
Okay. This is such a weird movie because this is written by one of the actors from Prison Break.
Mm-hmm. So
after he finished Prison Break, he wanted to do more writing. So he wrote a story that was like kind of like an homage to Alfred Hitchcock movies. And somebody like he tried like passing it off to different studios and stuff like that, to the point where like they couldn't really find a director who wanted to do it, in which they eventually found Chan-wook Park to do it. Or Park Chan-wook. Anyways. And Park Chan-wook has done the movie Old Boy. He's known to do like a lot of like gritty movies, because during like the 90s and early 2000s, their Korean movies were like hitting like a gritty like renaissance kind of. So this movie came out I think in like 2013, and it stars let's see, Nicole Kidman, Matthew Good, and Mia Wasikowska. And it's such a weird movie, but it's for people that like really like Alfred Hitchcock movies, like besides Psycho and The Birds.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really watched any Hitchcock movies, to be honest. But this movie is like something that I can see a lot of people either hating or liking. And I'm kind of in the middle. I'm kind of torn with this movie, because like it does a lot of interesting stuff, but the mystery behind it like is very noticeable, and it's like very predictable. But the ending is where it's not predictable. And yeah, this is such a weird movie. But I'll leave this off to the side in case Howler comes back, so I want to tell him about that.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. I was telling Wesley that I bought some Chan-wook Park movies. So I bought Stoker, Joint Security Area, and Thirst. I was telling Wesley that this movie was written by the actor that is in Prison Break.
Oh, yeah.
One of the main guys.
Yeah, we talked about that maybe a week ago or something. We had talked about the Prison Break guy doing the some movies you were buying or whatever.
Yeah, Stoker. Anyways, but I just wanted to get this across that like this is a very interesting movie that I would say that either you would love it or you would hate it, because it's so divisive. Even when it came out, it was so divisive. Yeah, there's a lot of things in this movie that's like I don't know about that. But the other two, I watched these because I was kind of having like a little bit of a marathon. Joint Security Area is technically Chan-wook Park's third movie, because his first two, he doesn't like them personally, to the point where he just says that this is technically his first movie. This is a very good movie. I really like it because it has a whole setup at the beginning of like, this is taking place in Korea at the border of where North Korea and South Korea meet, and some shit has happened where some North Korean soldiers were kidnapped by North Korean soldiers, and this investigator has to basically figure out what the hell happened in order to not have any kind of like threat of war. So this is an Arrowhead release. The only complaint I have about this is that the movie is not fully subtitled, because I'm a little bitch that likes all subtitles. Because the main character, the lady right here, she was in Sympathy for Lady Vengeance, or just Lady Vengeance, another Chan-wook Park movie. She's Korean, and she speaks English in a lot of moments, but she's speaking English to a bunch of dudes who are, I believe, from Switzerland, so they're a little hard to understand at times. So the movie is not fully subtitled, so there are moments where I'm trying to like piece out what the fuck she's trying to say with these guys with also heavy-ass accents, and I'm just like, why couldn't the movie just be fully subtitled? But overall, it's genuinely a very good movie. It has two actors that I really like, Song Kang-ho, and I forget the other actor's name, but I've seen him in a lot of other things. Oh, Lee Byung-hun is his name. They're fantastic. Song Kang-ho, I think, is like one of those character actors that, like, if you see him in movies, he does like a fucking like great fucking job in whatever he is. And speaking of Song Kang-ho, Thirst. Genuinely one of the best things I've seen this year, besides Love Lies Bleeding and like some other movies that I'm probably forgetting at this point. But this movie is fucking fantastic. But this movie is something that I would not watch with any family members, because it gets really raunchy like really quickly, that I would feel uncomfortable watching it with another human being. But I watched it alone, and it is so fucking good how it's shot, the story itself, and then the ending of it. It's just fucking, oh my god, it is so fucking good. The premise is that Song Kang-ho, the male character, is a priest. He goes to another country on a mission to basically try to find the cure for a disease that's kind of plaguing the world at this point. But he gets infected with the disease. Apparently the disease makes him into a vampire, and it gives him vampiric properties. And he comes back to Korea and realizes that, like, I'm just gonna live like a vampire. So then he falls in love with the lady at the bottom, and she is fucking great in this movie, because she kind of goes with him on like a thrill ride, essentially. Just like, here's my vampire boyfriend, we're gonna do crazy ass shit. And where this movie goes within like, I think the last 30 minutes, like the final act is so fucking great. And it hits all the Chan-wook Park isms of just like it being like sad, but also kind of like comedic in a way that it's so, I highly recommend this movie. I need somebody to watch this to talk about this, because it's like, it's so good. So yeah, I kind of went on a Chan-wook Park binge. But for other shit that I bought from the Criterion Collection, these are movies that I've seen before, that I bought, besides one actually, but from Criterion, because they're having a sale. I was telling Wesley. So Memories of Murder, fucking phenomenal movie, by Bong Joon-ho, the director of Parasite.
Bong.
This movie is great. I think I've said in the podcast what the premise is. Essentially, there's a murder that's happening in the 80s of Korea. Nobody knows who the fuck it is, but these cops trying to figure out who the fuck is the murderer.
Yeah, I remember you saying this.
It's a great fucking movie. I highly recommend it. Is
it on Netflix?
No. Unfortunately, no.
I don't know if I can watch it then, bro.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there are other means that Chonch can show you, but anyways.
He's like, Amazon to buy your physical media, dummy. And I'm like, what's physical media?
Who to be physical? I think I'm... Okay, so here's some other stuff that I bought. Barry Lyndon, one of my favorite Kubrick movies. I love this movie. This movie's fucking great. Oh my god, I love this movie. It's just an odyssey of like fucking this fucking liar idiot that wants to be the coolest dude in the world, and it's great. I love this movie. Well, one of my favorite Wes Anderson movies, Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh yeah, I do need to watch that.
I love this movie. I love this movie so much. I think my first Wes Anderson movie might have been... Oh, God. Was it Grand Budapest the first one? No, it could have been. I think it might have been
your favorite East Anderson movie?
East, he hasn't made anything good because he's on the other end. But West, though.
What about South?
Here's the thing with Wes Anderson. I don't think there's a movie I dislike of his. I have yet to see Rushmore. That's the only other...
Is it Wes Anderson?
Wes, like Wesley.
Okay, so Sal Anderson and East Anderson.
And Nor Anderson?
No, he's North.
Oh, okay. Anyways. This movie is fucking fantastic. I love this movie. I love anything that he does. Even the stuff that people would say that like aren't his best movies are still good Wes Anderson movies. So like Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, The Fantastic Mr. Fox, which I think I've yet to see that one. Isle of Dogs, The Royal Tenenbaums, Darjeeling Unlimited, oh god, Asteroid City was like the other one that I think that was his newest one. That one was good too. I like that one. Like I said, this is a director that I can say that like I don't think I dislike any of his movies. Same thing with S. Craig Zahler. I was telling Wesley I got the because you weren't here because you missed out on like all my show and tell. I got the steelbook of Bone Tomahawk, which this is a movie that I would say don't read anything, just watch it. Don't read the synopsis, just watch the movie.
Bone Tomahawk. Who's in that?
Kurt Russell. I
think I've seen this.
Yeah, Kurt Russell, Patrick Wilson, Richard Jenkins. Richard Jenkins is the dad.
Do they fight Indians?
Yes.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I've watched this.
Okay.
Someone gets captured, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've watched it.
Okay.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
I would say it's worth a watch. I don't know if I would watch it.
I'm gonna rewatch it, but that's just me because I like this movie because this is
both of them get captured. It's two dudes in a cage or something.
I believe some guys get captured, but the same director did that movie that I talked about with Vince Vaughn, Brawl in Cell Block 99.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he did that. He did Drag Across Concrete with Vince Vaughn and Mel Gibson, and he's very good. Like at the movies or like the story he wants to portray. But Bone Tomahawk is like his first movie, and it genuinely is like a fucking great movie to watch. Yeah, I got the steelbook version.
That's cool.
So yeah, and then other shit that I got was Come and See, one of the most horrifying movies I've seen this year. I got it physical. That's all I can say. This movie is fucking terrifying. And then I got a movie called Throwdown, which is like a judo movie, which I understand it starts out as like a martial arts movie, but then becomes a movie about friendship and about finding friends that care about you.
Family.
That's family. Oh, speaking of family, I got the 10 movie collection of Fast and Furious. It's right next to me. Yeah, you missed out on my show and tell, bro.
Is it worth watching those movies, man?
I
would watch those movies over the fucking Mission Impossible movies.
I mean, that's what Chonch is doing. Chonch is gonna watch them. And
no,
Mission
but Chonch
Impossible.
will watch everything. Chonch will watch garbage float on the sea.
I mean, I have a very open mindset. We've already talked about this. I have a very open mindset with certain things.
I don't know how you like shit, bro. It really is just the polar opposite type shit where exactly what we were talking about earlier. You'll just try food and I'm immediately like, I don't want to eat this.
Bro, I just showed Wesley Kamen Rider and Wesley was like, ooh, I'm gonna throw up in my mouth. And I'm like, bro, calm down.
That's why me and Wesley get along so well.
Yeah, because you guys hate shit while Chonch is trying to hear
everything.
While Chonch is trying to just enjoy things. Oh, I got the oh yeah, you're gonna love this. Hold on, because you weren't here. Yeah, so Kamen Rider Geats was the thing that I got, and then you can hear Wesley throwing up. But you're gonna love this shit.
I love it.
Hey, you do. I know you do, you little bitch. I got the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
I don't like it. I hate Lord of the Rings.
I got the trilogy. I got the extended cuts and the theatrical cuts.
Jesus, the fucking movies are so bad.
Mwah.
It's crazy too because people love that shit, bro. And like,
yeah,
I know I would get fought for the stupid ass opinions.
I'm people.
I know.
Yeah. I got Starship Troopers and the the Departed.
I think you sent us a picture of that, didn't you?
I did.
Or no, you didn't buy it. It was like a link or something.
I think it might have been the actual picture, but anyways, yeah. So Throwdown. Speaking of Chan-Woo Park, I saw this movie this year, so I got the physical version because I didn't even know that it released. Decision to Leave.
Mm-hmm.
Good movie. I love this movie. And this is a movie that I recommend you guys, like, if you want something like Halloween-esque, like, you know, like a zombie movie or like a monster movie or something like that. One Cut of the Dead. This is a fantastic movie. It is so fucking good at what it does that I would say this is a movie just to go in blind. The only thing you have to know is that it's about zombies. That's all it is. So yeah, that's all I want to say.
You're a zombie.
I'm a zombie. But speaking of other pickup stuff that I got the Criterion collection of the Godzilla movies.
Jesus Christ.
What
does this mean?
What does Godzilla mean?
No, the Criterion collection.
So this is so Criterion is a company that does like updated releases of older movies.
Okay.
So like the movies that I showed, like Throwdown and Come and See and Barry Lyndon. Mm-hmm. Criterion collection usually has they usually come out with like movies that came out years ago by very well-known directors. Like classics, some people would say, and tries to do like physical releases of it, for Blu-ray or for 4K. Some people like them, some people don't, you know, because it's just like it kind of feels like a monopoly on like the classic releases and stuff like that. But to be fair to Criterion's point, is they try to add little bonuses and things to their movies. So like they would add interviews from the directors of like or commentary tracks and stuff like that they're able to get their hands on. They try to preserve like older movies,
and that's why all the covers on those movies look pretty new. I'm assuming.
Yes, because those
doesn't look like it was made back in the 60s or 80s. It looks like it was made today.
Yes, because those are Blu-ray releases.
Editions, gotcha.
Yeah. Because like what was that movie I just had? Hold on. In the Mood for Love, because like that was a movie that I really liked. I really liked that movie, and the thing is that with Criterion, they have like the Blu-ray version of that movie, and they also have like a full set of the director's like other movies. But I was telling Wesley that like the collection of that director's movies are like all kinds of fucked up, which is unfortunate because like there's some like weird production shit that happened, weird manufacturing issue that might have happened because like people have been saying that like some discs skip, which is kind of unfortunate. So I bought just the one movie that I really like from that director, which is In the Mood for Love. But they did a 4K release of it, so I got it right here.
Nice. It's got a coin.
It's not really a coin, it's just mostly a sticker.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's a sticker that says it's the 4K version and it comes with a Blu-ray. So you have 4K and Blu-ray.
I don't care anymore, it's not a coin.
Okay. But yeah, this is a fantastic movie. Oh my god. If you want to feel bad about stuff, this is such a good movie.
I do want to point out, you've said, I highly recommend this is such a good movie to all these movies.
Because I've seen these movies.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that half of them are probably poop.
No, because I've seen these movies. I just wanted the physical version of these movies.
And I'm telling you that half of them are terrible.
I mean...
Lord of the Rings is already one of them. Terrible.
I mean, yeah, sure. Whatever. That's your opinion, bro. Anyways, Godzilla. So this is the Showa era. This is
a very cool piece.
It's very cool. I think it's also a book. So it has like factoids about like the movies. But this is the Showa era films, which is like the original Godzilla up until 1975.
The DVDs are sleeved in the book?
Yep, they're in the book.
Cool.
So the collection comes with 15 movies. So it's Godzilla, Godzilla Raids Again, King Kong versus Godzilla, Mothra versus Godzilla, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, Invasion of Astro Monster, Ebirah, Horror of the Deep, Son of Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters, All Monsters Attack, Godzilla vs. Hedorah, Godzilla vs. Gigan, Godzilla vs. Megalon, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, and then Terror of Mechagodzilla. So yeah, that's the Godzilla movies that are in that. And then I was showing Wesley, this was earlier when you went to go do your business. I got the Millennium era Godzilla Blu-rays, which are like the Godzilla movies that came out in like the 2000s. So I got those movies, but they're over there. Anyways, nice. Yep. So that's what Chonch picked up, but that's not what Chonch watched. So, are you guys ready? Do you guys need to take a break? Do you guys need to take another poop?
Wesley's not here. Keep going.
Okay. So, anyways, time to shit on Wesley. Wesley has such terrible taste. You know, he doesn't like Kamen Rider, and, you know, that's the thing I feel like he would enjoy, you know, liking anime and shit, but he just hates the fact that I talk about it because he doesn't have any good taste. But that's besides the point. Jesus. Did I mention that I finished watching Ultraman Rising?
I think you did last time.
Okay.
Or maybe not last time, but
I think I talked about it.
It was like in between, yeah.
Well, yeah. I think I was in the middle of watching. That's what it was. I finished watching Ultraman Rising. Very good movie. Especially if you like the original Ultraman, which I enjoy Ultraman. But it's like it's one of those movies that like you can go just in no problem, unlike Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Bad movie.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, it's very cute. The little monster creature that, well, not even little, it's a giant monster, but the little baby monster thing is very adorable. Yeah, and I think they're planning on a sequel, and I'm very excited to see what they do next. Especially the art style. The art style is like, it's really weird looking. Like they make Ultraman look really lanky, but it looks really good though. The other thing that I saw was Batman 1989 with Michael Keaton on the big TV on my TV. I don't know whether or not this is a difference because so I got the Michael Keaton Batman movie collection. Well, not just him, but like with the other older Batman movies. I don't know if there's a difference, but I got the collection with the blue cover on it. And I was looking online that apparently there's two versions. The blue is for European and then the gold is for American. But the other difference is that the blue version is full screen while the gold one is widescreen. I don't know if that's true or not, but the blue one was full screen, the entirety of it. And the movie still holds up. Like, it looks really good, especially in 4K. And yeah, it's just a very fun movie. The origins of the Joker is very goofy, though. Yeah, it's just one of the goofy parts about that movie. But overall, I like Michael Keaton. Yeah, Batman 1989 is good. I watched I watched a Marty Scorsese movie called After Hours.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to mention. I subscribed to Hulu, Disney Plus shit. and I subscribe to the Criterion channel, which is Criterion Collection has a website where if you subscribe, you get to watch like all the movies that they like list on their classic movies, but it kind of has like a Netflix kind of thing where like the licensing for some stuff kind of goes away at some point, but like you can watch a bunch of like classic movies that they have on there, like Akira Kurosawa, Martin Scorsese, and like some other stuff as well. Like it's genuinely like really good, especially if you really like movies, which Chonch does like movies. So I watched After Hours on the Criterion channel, and it's also on physical, so I probably will get it eventually. But to explain the premise of After Hours is just this dude that tries to get laid, but shit does not go well, and he's just like thrown into New York City's weird after hours shit. It's a very good movie, especially if you like movies that are like just weird. And it's crazy to think that it's Martin Scorsese. Cause like it feels like he really had a vision of this movie, and it looks really good too. A lot of the shots, like it's just like a really pretty movie. And it's crazy too because it's like 70s / like early 80s New York, and it's like dirty and grungy, but the movie looks really pretty. Yeah, overall it's a comedy, so it's what some people would describe as a black comedy, where it's very dark subject matters at some instances, but it's still comedic because it's very interesting with the main character that you follow, where he's just kind of like this schlub, and like he like works like a 9-to-5 job, and he's just tired of work, so he just meets this girl at this diner and they hit it off. So he goes to see her at her apartment, but then like shit gets weird, where like she kind of like has like a weird past that they never like she hints at, but they never really go deep into, and then like shit just kind of escalates from there, and it's really goofy and it's really fun. But I really like that movie, After Hours. Let's see. I watched some anime too. Konosuba season 3. That was a very good season. Unfortunately, Wesley's not here to talk about anime because, you know, he's shitting. Oh, speaking of the Criterion Collection channel. Oh, there we go. I watched Konosuba season 3. Did you watch Konosuba season 3?
No, I haven't even finished season 2.
Season 3 is really good. Anyways, like I mentioned before, I subscribed to the Criterion channel, so they had a bunch of other movies that I was giving a chance to. So there was a Chinese movie called Comrades, Almost a Love Story. When I say this movie is fantastic in the sense that it's a much happier version of a love story, and that Chonch has it like here and here, like right like up there with movies. Like it's competing with In a Mood for Love for me, but In the Mood for Love has a very sadder ending, while this movie is very hopeful. Bro, I love this movie. You guys know this about Chonch. Chonch is a little bitch, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I get really passionate about romance movies, but very good romance movies, not like romance comedy movies like bad ones, obviously. I was jorking it, but my heart was jorking it. This movie is fantastic. Comrades, Almost a Love Story is just a feel good movie. It's a feel good movie where the premise is this guy. It kind of gives you a little bit more of like a cultural understanding of what is going on with China and what happened with China in the 1980s. And it's very interesting. It kind of gives you that perspective as well, because you follow this character who is from mainland China that goes to Hong Kong. So what you don't know, and what I didn't know, well, I kind of did and didn't, is that Hong Kong and mainland China speak two different languages. Cantonese is spoken in Hong Kong, while Mandarin is spoken in mainland China. So you follow this character who is he's a country boy. He goes to Hong Kong because there's a lot more opportunities, and on top of that, Hong Kong at the time was they weren't part of mainland China, so their currency was a lot more higher. So going there for work was a bigger opportunity, and people would get more money from that and send it back home to mainland China, because obviously because of the fluctuation of currency. So he goes to Hong Kong. He looks for work, but the thing is that like he's kind of a stranger in a strange world because he doesn't know how to speak Cantonese, and he's trying to like find his way around. So he goes to a McDonald's because he's never seen a McDonald's before, and that's where he meets the other main character that you follow. I forget their names, and it sucks that I forget their names. But the female character is played by Maggie Cheung. Maggie Cheung is a very well-known actress in China. I think one movie that I can say that she's in The Mood for Love. Sorry, I hit my microphone. She's in The Mood for Love. She's fantastic. Anything she's in, she's great. She's so good. But she was in Police Story with Jackie Chan as Jackie Chan's girlfriend. So
yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So in this movie, she is a McDonald's worker, and like, you know, in the 80s at that time, you know, fast food employees are doing pretty okay. So, but she has like other jobs and things like that. So she's kind of like someone that is very, she takes a lot of like opportunities with certain things, in the sense that like a lot of business opportunities, like she'll try to get money in the best way possible. So she meets our main character guy, and she's like, hey, like, why don't you take some Cantonese classes to understand the language and, like, get to know the place around. So, I forgot. Jesus, I'm, like, skipping around. But they meet at a McDonald's because she's a McDonald's worker, and, like, he tries to talk to her in Mandarin, and she responds to him back in Mandarin. So they kind of have that connection of just, like, oh, we speak the same language, essentially. And then, you know, he starts asking her, as like, oh, how do I get a job here at McDonald's and this and that? And she's like, oh, take a class for Cantonese so you can speak to the customers and stuff like that. So throughout the course of the movie, they start building a bond because they start realizing they have similar things. And then there's an interesting thing that happens in the movie that is historical as well, where Hong Kong becomes a part of mainland China because I believe Britain had original ownership of Hong Kong, but mainland China wanted it back. So they were like, okay, here's Hong Kong back. So the currency exchange went, like, it plummeted in Hong Kong. Like, people, essentially, like, there was, like, a crisis that happened. Because people were not expecting, basically, the monetary value of the Chinese dollar to be so low that essentially a crash happened in the 80s, which I didn't know, but it did happen. So there's a very interesting aspect of that, of the movie, where it's like both characters are kind of in a rut, and the female character is trying to basically get money back. So it kind of leads into this whole other thing where they kind of go their separate ways. And it's like I said, I don't want to get too far into it because it genuinely is a very good movie. The only part that sucks is that it's hard to find a physical Blu-ray of this movie because it was kind of limited. And the only other versions you can find are like international versions, which, to be fair, can play on an American version of Blu-ray players. But Criterion had it on their channel, and it was basically at the end of June where it was going away. And it sucks because it's like, there goes that movie. But it genuinely is a very, very good movie. And it's like, if you want a movie to feel good afterwards, I would recommend this movie. It's great. I love it. Anyways, enough about me gushing about Comrades, Almost a Love Story.
About Wu-Chan Park's Comrades, the third.
No.
Goofy troop comes through.
First of all, it's Peter Chan, all right, that directed Comrades. Chan-wook Park directed Stoker, Thirst, and Joint Security Area, okay? He's Korean, not Chinese, you racist. Anyways, uh, uh, I watched that Takeshi Miike movie, Lumberjack the Monster, on Netflix.
The Monster?
Lumberjack the Monster.
I don't know.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It's not that good.
Okay.
Yeah, I had my expectations low, but the movie didn't even exceed those expectations. Yeah, it's not a very good movie. A movie that did exceed my expectations, because I went in with it knowing nothing, was a movie called Encendies.
Encendies
He's nuts. Damn it. Or Incendies, I guess is like the way it's, I guess Americans would say. But Encendies is a French word, I believe. It means fires. This is by Denis Villeneuve, the director of the Timothée Chalamet Dune, and Blade Runner, the new one, 2049. Is it 2049? I forget.
I think it's 2049.
Okay, so Encendies, I think it might be his third or fourth movie, if I remember correctly. But anyways, this movie is on Amazon Prime. I don't want to say anything about this movie. I went in blind, not knowing a single thing. And I think that is the perfect way of going into this movie. Because there's a twist that happens in that movie that, it stunned me. To the point of just, I don't want to talk to anyone about this until they've watched it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are ever going to watch it, but I just keep that in mind if you are interested. It's that, the twist of it is genuinely, it's really good. But I guess the premise is that these French-Canadian twins receive the will of their mom, who is a immigrant from the Middle East, and doesn't say what Middle Eastern country she's from, but she explains in her will that their brother and their father is still alive in that country, and they basically have to go to that country to reunite with them, essentially. So that's the whole premise of that movie, is that they go on the wish of their mother. And yeah, like I said, there's a twist that happens in that movie that just I was not expecting. After that, I watched Thirst Blood Simple, which is the first Coen Brothers movie. Do you like the Coen Brothers?
They did Uncut Gems, right?
No, that's the
Sam Raimi?
No.
Okay.
No. Coen Brothers did No Country for Old Men.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool.
Okay. Blood Simple was their first movie. It has Frances McDormand in it. I love anything that she's in. She's great. But it's a very I wasn't in love with the movie up until the end, because the end there's a lot of there's a lot of really good cinematography in that, the ending part of that movie, but the premise is just kind of basic, where it's this wife cheats on her husband and her lover is thinking of ways of getting rid of him, but then the husband is also thinking about getting rid of his wife as well, because he's upset of her cheating on him. And then it kind of goes from there. But you have Emmett Walsh, which you don't know that name, but you've seen his face. And I think in a lot of Adam Sandler movies. Mm-hmm. He plays an old country goofy guy.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
But he in this movie is he's basically a hitman, and he's just the encapsulation of just chaotic evil, which is the interesting part about him. And he's very scary at times of the things that he does. But yeah, Blood Simple, I would recommend you just watching. But it starts off very slow. That's all I have to say. The other thing I wanted to mention is that I watched the entirety of the TV show Atlanta with Childish Gambino.
Oh, don't ruin it.
I'm gonna ruin it.
I don't know if there's like an actual storyline, but
I don't know.
If there is a storyline, I want to watch it. It is something that I'll probably end up watching in
I think the
like
only
3-4 months.
The only thing I can say is that don't expect anything.
I expect it to be funny.
Expect that. The other thing I want to mention is that I think it does a fantastic job on the commentary of the entertainment business and also of society of looking at specifically at black people.
Racist.
Says the guy who was saying Asian stuff before that they all look like.
What do you mean?
Anyways.
Oh, because I said Chan Fu part. Shut the fuck
up. No, like it does a very fantastic job of like it's like it's weirdly prophetic. Atlanta, like it's crazy prophetic at like what it tries to like say with its commentary, to the point of like there's a perfect scene in that show where one of the main characters, Paperboy, goes to like a meeting. And it's a bunch of like other up and coming hip hop artists. And the guy presenting is like, you need one single thing and you will rise to stardom. And that is what is it? It's a YWA. And everybody's like, what the fuck is he? What is a YWA? A young white avatar. And everybody's like, what? And it's like, you need to find a white guy that you can bring up and you'll win all the Grammys. And I'm just like thinking of like, the fuck? And then I'm thinking of like all these hip hop artists that are finding all these like random like white dudes that are just like other hip hop artists. And it's like, oh my God, that's actually true. Cause like I started thinking about this fucking, what the fuck is this kid's name? Ian? I think his name is. And he's like, a hip-hop artist, and I'm like, I never heard of this guy, and apparently he was like super famous now, and I'm like,
who?
Exactly.
No, what's his name?
Ian.
I don't think it's Ian.
I think it might be Ian.
I'm pretty good at knowing hip-hop artists, that's why I'm saying. Like IAN?
Yes.
Or just an Ian and N?
IAN.
Is that his performer name?
I think so. Yeah, this kid's like 19.
Okay.
But like that's the whole commentary on that. I was just like, of like the hip hop industry, and then like also entertainment, and then also social like views and stuff like that. Like season 3 is like the weirdest season of like what it's trying to commentate on. It's
the thing that made me want to watch the show was I keep seeing this clip. This is probably like the only clip I pretty much see where they make him kiss in the backseat of a van for shoes.
That's so like I remember seeing that clip, and I think I watched like only the first season of Atlanta, and I was like, all right, let me watch the show again. So then I'm just waiting for that scene to happen, and I'm like, when does this happen? Oh, the last season? And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I get to that moment, and it's so much more funnier as like where it goes.
Yeah.
It's, oh my God, like that show is genuinely hilarious.
Yeah.
It is so fucking funny. But even with like the hilarity, the actual commentary of like certain aspects of society is kind of insane. And it feels like a parody of like actual life. That's the goofy shit. But it's like I said, it's like it feels prophetic, and it's scary at like what it says in the show that's actually happening in real life. Like it's like Idiocracy, but for hip hop. But yeah, Atlanta, fucking fantastic. It's a great series.
I gotta watch that.
What else did I watch? Oh, Criterion Collection. I saw a movie called Don't Look Now. because I guess this is also part of the news. Donald Sutherland passed away a couple weeks back. The father of Kiefer Sutherland. So there was one of these movies called it was this movie in particular, Don't Look Now, is like one of the movies that a lot of people would say that is a very good movie that he's in. And the premise is also very interesting as well, where the movie starts out with Donald Sutherland and his wife. They have 2 kids. His daughter dies by drowning, and that's like the beginning of the movie. So then like the second half is him and his wife in Italy, in Venice in particular, and some weird shit starts happening where Donald Sutherland is like, he's starting to see things that he can't explain. And then the other like thing that's happening is that there's a string of murders that's happening that they don't know what's going on, or like who's committing these murders. But the movie just kind of goes from there, where it's like a very slow-paced movie. But the last 10 minutes of this movie, I think, are like, I had one of those like, oh my god, like I was like, they hinted at something at like, it was basically a foreshadowing at this certain point of this movie, to the point where it has a payoff at the end, and I'm just like, oh, that is so good. That payoff is so good. Yeah, Don't Look Now is the Don't Look Now. It's very, very good. Another movie that I saw is a Dario Argento movie called Tenebrae. It's a Italian giallo movie. You know what giallos are, right? Like the definition of giallo?
Hold on. So like a gelato?
No, not like a gelato, but like giallo was a subgenre of like horror movies and like gory movies in Italy back in like the 70s. So movies like Suspiria, or oh god, I'm trying to think of like other Argento movies. But I would have to say like the main person who like made giallos big is Dario Argento. So giallos would usually be contributed to horror movies made in Italy, and this movie in particular, Tenebrae, is a murder mystery, where the premise is you have this author who has this very like popular book, this murder series, and a string of murders start happening where it's kind of following his books. So he's trying to figure out who the killer is, while at the same time, you know, there's like goofy Italian horror shit happening. Well, specifically like gore stuff that would like be more in horror movies. It's like there's a lot of style to those giallos, but Tenebrae is like one of those movies that I have to say is like a midnight watch, because it's just like how goofy it gets. And especially at the end of this movie is like so goofy, but I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't want to spoil more, but like I would recommend Tenebrae. It's a good old time if you just want like a goofy murder mystery. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Excuse me. What else did I watch? I watched a shit ton of stuff. I watched Ford versus Ferrari with
shit, okay.
I like that. That's a good movie. I liked it. I didn't really have like high expectations, but I really enjoyed it. I like Christian Bale in it. They were both really good. Matt Damon and Christian Bale. I would also recommend watching the movie Rush with Chris Hemsworth. That's also a very good like racing movie.
Wait,
but yeah.
So who wins, Ferrari or Ford?
I think it was Lamborghini.
Toyota.
I think it was technically like Lamborghini, because the end of the movie is like really goofy. Anyways, I saw the first Omen, because that's on Hulu. Good movie. Solid. Very solid. Have you seen like the original Omen movies?
I saw the first one a long time ago.
Okay. So yeah, the first Omen is obviously a prequel, and it's solid, very solid movie. Okay. 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 Wesley, I know you hate anything that I recommend, but please, please, I'm begging you guys, watch this movie called The Kid Detective. It's so good. The premise is the main character that you follow used to be a kid detective, so you kind of see like his life in the aftermath of being like one of the most revered kid detectives, and he basically has to like solve a murder, which like obviously when he was a kid he only solved like very minor things of like, oh, who stole my lunch from my locker, or like where can you find my cat? And there's like very minor like cute things, but then the main setup for this movie is that like he has to solve a murder, and I genuinely was not expecting anything good from this movie. Because I heard it like recommended, because obviously I watch like a lot of like YouTube channels that like recommend like movies and stuff like that. But this movie is so good. It's very funny too. But yeah, The Kid Detective. It's really good. What else have I watched? Hold on. Kid Detective. Oh yeah, I finished watching season 4 of The Boys. You guys haven't seen The Boys yet, have you?
Negative.
The Boys is very good. Season 4 was very, very good. Season 5 is supposed to be like the final season, so we'll see where that goes. But I bought The Boys comics, which I heard are like kind of bad, but I will read them to have a little bit more context. But The Boys TV show, solid. And yeah, I think the last thing I want to mention that I've been watching and watched, let me just make sure. Twin Peaks. I got a shot right here. Look at it. Look at the Twin Peaks. Do you guys know anything about Twin Peaks, like at all?
Nope.
No? Howler? Is he shitting again? Damn, I can't believe he went to go shit. Okay, so I guess let me give some context of like Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is a very interesting series. So I watched season 1 and season 2 of Twin Peaks. This collection has the 3rd season. Like I said, this is a very weird series because of the fact that the premise is in the town of Twin Peaks, this very small, like almost woodsland-esque area, a murder has happened. The murder of prom queen Laura Palmer. And this FBI agent, the one of the cub right here, Dale Cooper, this FBI agent goes into town because he believes that the string of murders might be related to another string of murders that happened across the United States. So the series follows Dale Cooper and trying to find the murderer. To the point where weird shit starts happening in this world. The only comparison I can make is if you've ever seen anything about the game Deadly Premonition, it's kind of... Well, Deadly Premonition basically kind of ripped off Twin Peaks. Even Alan Wake 2 has like very Twin Peaks-esque things in it, where there's a lot of weirdos in the town of Twin Peaks. while there's weird shit happening. And like I said, I watched season 1 and season 2. Season 1 is like 8 episodes, and then season 2 is like 22. The reason why I say this show is very weird is because it is written and directed by David Lynch and Mark Frost. You know who David Lynch is, right?
Nope.
Okay, so David Lynch is an American director. He's known for having very weird movies, like really, really weird. But overall, I've seen like maybe a couple David Lynch movies, and I like them. They're very weird, but they're very enjoyable because you kind of get to see in the mind of like somebody who sees things differently than we do. And he wants to kind of like put it on like a visual format for us to kind of absorb and kind of understand. But even then, not a lot of people understand. And, you know, I'm not like somebody's like, I understand the vision that he had. No, because like some of the shit that he puts down, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. So Twin Peaks is weird because of the fact that like it starts off as like a regular crime drama with some romance elements, and people have described Twin Peaks over the years as being a parody of soap operas, but it's also kind of a deconstruction and a subversion of soap operas and crimes and mystery like TV series. So the reason why this show is so revered is because of how weird it was back in the 90s, because there was really nothing like it back in the 90s when like TV was on. So the problem I have with this show, specifically with the first 2 seasons, is that they solve the murder, I think, within like 15 or 16 episodes. So you find out who the murderer is. So then you have other episodes that introduce a new like subplot while also adding elements of the weird shit that's happening in the show. But the problem is that the pacing of season 2 is really slowed down to the point where like the show is trying to like show you, oh, here's happening with this character, or what's happening with this character in their life, and this, and like trying to show all the other people that live in Twin Peaks. To the point where I would have to say it's like it's kind of unnecessary. But the ending of season 2 is really strong as to like what it does. But the show got canceled. So this is where it gets interesting. So after season 2, ratings dropped and they canceled the show. Nothing was talked about Twin Peaks up until they did a movie for it called Fire Walk With Me. I watched Fire Walk With Me. It is a prequel movie. It talks about, it's mostly a prequel as to the events of Twin Peaks, of the show. But you follow the main character, well, not the main character, but the girl who got killed in the series, Laura Palmer. So in the show, it's hinted at the fact that Laura was kind of caught up in some shit, like drugs, prostitution, and all this other things, while the people in Twin Peaks thought of her as like an angel, essentially. So Fire Walk With Me does a very interesting thing where this being a movie and this being a David Lynch movie, it is very dark in the sense of its tone and the core elements that are happening in the movie. That it shows that Laura was living a really, really bad life. And it also still does the weird Lynch stuff of like him doing weird editing shit and him being himself doing this movie. Like it's still overall very weird, but you're able to still get the main story from it. And this movie is just like it's such a tonal shift from the show, where the show has like very like quirky, weird characters, and it being TV, it's like, of course, it kind of has to like suit the TV audience of just like, it has to be kind of digestible to them. While the movie does very weird shit and very dark shit at the same time. Which is also crazy at the fact that like David Bowie's in this movie. He plays like an FBI agent. But the other thing I wanted to mention that what kind of annoys me about this version is that there's no subtitles. So that's the thing that kind of annoyed me a little bit. But overall, this is a fucking fantastic prequel movie, and especially how it ends, because you already know what happens to Laura, because this movie basically kind of like shows you the events leading up to her death, but you already know what happens to Laura, and you already know the mystery behind it of who killed her, and it kind of sheds a light on that. The world of Twin Peaks, from the TV perspective, is very happy, very joyous, a bunch of weirdos, having a good times, but also this dark thing hanging above them, which is a murderer, like, loose. While Fire Walk With Me is showing you that this town is not glamorous. This girl who is in high school, that's also the other thing that they want to mention, is that Laura Palmer is like a senior in high school, was suffering and basically putting on a mask in front of people. And the actual reality of her life was a lot more sad and a lot more just depressing when you really like look into it. I got so excited after finishing this that I started season 3 of Twin Peaks. So to kind of give a little bit more context of season 3, is that season 3 aired on Showtime, and it aired, I think, in 2017. So the season 3 is 25 years after season 2, which is hilarious because in the show there's a little thing that happens with the main character where he kind of experiences like some weird shit happening, where this character tells him, "We'll meet again in 25 years."
Mm-hmm.
And then the show is like, here's 25 years later of what the fuck happened after season 2. And I've only got to like episode 3 of The Return, because that's what it's called. Season 3 is called Twin Peaks: The Return. And it is still very weird with what it's trying to like explain. It is still very weird. It is still very Lynchian because of the director, David Lynch. But the other person that kind of brings him down to earth is Mark Frost, his co-writer and co-director. And Twin Peaks is such an experience that I can only say that it is something that you have to kind of give it a shot. But it's something that I would say that you kind of have to have your expectations really low, because of the fact that season 2 is really rough to get through, but the ending of season 2 is really good. And then the reveal of the murder is also very good, but the sad part about it is that they revealed it way too early. Because once that plot thread gets solved, it's like, what do you do from there? And then they tried to do it, and they kind of did an okay job. But the thing is that David Lynch and Mark Frost left during season 2, so the show kind of didn't have a direction to go with. So it was just a bunch of other writers and directors trying to figure out, what the fuck do we write? And yeah, it's just like, it's such a trip, but it genuinely is, like, it's very good. I will probably get back and like give my feelings on season 3, but season 1 and season 2, great. Fire Walk With Me, I think, is a fantastic prequel movie because of the fact of like the horror. Like, there's horrific shit that happens in this movie, and it's scary. Cheryl Lee, the girl that plays Laura Palmer, I'm surprised she hasn't been in like other stuff, because she is great in this movie, and it's a shame that it's like she's not in like anything new. Like, she's so good at like showing emotions, and even her screams, she screams in this movie, and it's so horrifying, but you kind of understand because of what is going on in that show. Yeah,
she screamed.
Yeah, I know you went to go shid. So I was talking about Twin Peaks because I watched the first 2 seasons and then the prequel movie. Yeah, it's just a fucking fantastic series. But like I said to Wesley, is that season 2 is rough. It's really rough. And I'm in the middle of watching season 3, but I'll when we come back within another month, I'll talk about it.
4 months.
4 months. 4 months from now. But yeah, Kyle MacLachlan as Agent Cooper, fucking great. And Cheryl Lee as Laura Palmer, fucking great. And also Ray Wise as Leland Palmer. He's also fucking great in the show. Everybody in the show is really good. Everybody in the show does a really good job. But in Fire Walk With Me, it's Cheryl Lee and Ray Wise that steal the show. Because obviously it follows them. But I don't know. Do you guys even care about, like, anything about Twin Peaks? Like,
no.
The murderer and shit?
No.
Oh, God. Okay. I guess a little bit of spoilers. I guess maybe. I'll have to think about it. We're going to have to take a little bit of a break. I got to do something for a little bit. But we'll be right back.
Shit.
I got shit as well. All right. I'll be right back.
Gross. I'm playing Minecraft.
That's cool, Wesley. Anyways, Twin Peaks. You know where you can play Minecraft in Twin Peaks.
I don't know about that.
I know about that because you don't know. Yeah, I guess a little bit of spoiler for Twin Peaks because or maybe big spoilers, just to add a little bit more into this. So there's an evil entity known as Bob in Twin Peaks.
Wow, crazy.
Bob, yeah, it's basically a dude with long hair and a jean jacket. It's really funny that like this is the entity of evil.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny aspect is he wants to control Laura, so that's why Laura kind of dies, is because she's able to find a ring that protects her, and Bob isn't able to enter her body, so Bob ends up killing her. But the thing is that Bob doesn't have a physical form. Instead, he uses a vessel, and the vessel being Laura's father, Leland. So the show shows that Leland is possessed by Bob, and it shows that Leland does really heinous shit. Because like there's a thing in the series where Laura's cousin shows up. God, what is her name? Oh shit, I forget her name. Madeline. Maddie. She shows up, and it's the same actress, Cheryl Lee, that plays Laura. It plays Maddie, and basically the whole thing is that like Laura and Maddie look alike. But what ends up happening is that Maddie dies. Maddie gets killed by Leland, and that's where the show kind of goes. Leland is possessed by Bob, and Bob is basically just out on a killing spree because he has nowhere else to go. So it's very sad as to what happens to Leland, because eventually Agent Cooper, Kyle MacLachlan, finds out that it is Leland. And they interrogate Leland to see what the fuck he knows, and if he's putting on an act to make him seem like he's crazy. But Leland basically like rams his head at the door, and it causes like a pretty like big gash to the point where he dies. And but before he dies, he basically like remembers all the things that he did while being possessed by Bob, and like
sounds so stupid.
It's really dumb, but in the context of the show, it's like that's where the show is that like there's weird, strange shit happening, and it's on a paranormal level. So it's like Alan Wake and Deadly Premonition. Like those games are weird, but they are like they take notes from Twin Peaks of like the weird supernatural shit that's happening. Like there's other entities out there that basically control our world, but this particular like chaos evil thing, Bob, just wants to create hell on Earth. So, like I said, before Leland dies, he starts to remember all the shit that he did. He remembers killing Maddie. He remembers killing a bunch of other girls that obviously Agent Cooper is investigating on. And then he remembers killing Laura. But he also remembers the evil shit that he did to Laura. And it's not really explained as to what other shit he did until you watch Fire Walk with Me, which I'm going to point that thing again. Until you watch Fire Walk with Me, because of this movie, because of this being a movie and this being way darker, it's explained that Laura she's been stalked by Bob since she was 12. Laura in the show is supposed to be like 17, 18. So she's been living like...
So Bob is actually possessed by Dr. Disrespect?
Basically, because there's horrific shit that happens in the movie where yeah, congratulations, idiot. That Laura in her dreams sees Bob, but she doesn't know who that is. And she feels as if Bob is essentially like trying to get after her. But you kind of see throughout the course of the movie is that Laura is traumatized and broken, and she's basically having this like chip on her shoulder that like something is wrong and something bad will happen to her, to the extent where she doesn't give a shit about anything. She doesn't care about life and the relationships that she's made along the way with her friends, with her boyfriend, and with the other people of Twin Peaks that she's helped. So there's very interesting moments where it's kind of in the beginning of the movie. It shows that Laura is abusing drugs. She's basically prostituting herself, and all in the while trying to like live day by day with like this suffering that she has. But there's a thing that happens in the movie where she kind of realizes that Bob is closer to her than she thinks, and she finally realizes that Bob is in her father. And she also one night is sexually assaulted by Bob.
Oh no.
And it gets to the point of like it's like pure horror of like the moment that's happening.
I would like to point out I was laughing because you said Bob was in her father.
Bob was in her father. Yeah. Not because of the sexual assault.
Not because of the sexual assault.
Congratulations, insensitive.
You played yourself.
You played yourself.
Shit.
So there is a moment where you see Bob like assaulting her, and while Bob is there's like a back and forth between Laura and Bob's face, and then it changes to Leland, and then Laura sees that and she starts screaming in horror because she realizes who Bob is. And oh God, like there's a moment in the movie where Bob as Leland during that moment says to Laura like, "I thought you always knew," and it's just like this like added level of just like horror to it, of just like there is a possible chance that Laura knew that like Bob was in her father, but there was like denial in that. And it's like it's very interesting where the movie goes and showing all the bad shit that Leland does Bob does as Leland, because Bob picks up prostitutes, hooks up with them, and then eventually kills them. But the movie kind of adds a little bit of a layer that, like, you don't know whether or not it's Leland or Bob, which is the interesting part of the movie, of just like, if Leland is doing this consciously or subconsciously. And it adds to that layer of horror of, like, if Leland knows what he's doing to Laura. And yeah, the movie kind of ends in a way of just like weird visuals because David Lynch, but it adds to the sadness of Laura's life, of just like of this person who needed help, but because of the way she lived and the destructive path that she laid, it's kind of impossible for her to get any help, and it was already too late. So I think the title, because I like to go into a little deeper understanding of like Fire Walk With Me, because it's said throughout the show as well, is that like some characters say Fire Walk With Me for some reason. My interpretation, obviously because me being Chonch, is the destructive path that people place. And Laura specifically had a destructive path that she laid. And you kind of see the aftermath of her death with these other people who knew her, because there's a whole subplot of like a prostitution ring, a drug ring, and then also some other shit that she got involved with, that she was like hooking up with like older dudes, specifically, that like the show gets fucking crazy at the amount of like how many older dudes in like their 40s want to fuck these fucking teenagers in high school. It gets really creepy to the point where like even Dale Cooper, the FBI agent, is like, yo, you going to jail. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, it's wild. And like it even in the movie, it's even more gross, because there's a scene with Laura and her friend Donna where they're at like a bar, in like a secret room of the bar where there's a party going on, and like people are just on drugs, kind of like getting naked with one another. And like that's also the thing I have in mind as well, is just like, these are supposed to be high school kids. What the fuck are they doing? And it's like dudes in like their 30s and 40s hitting on them, kissing them, and it's just like, what the fuck is happening? But to be fair, the actresses that play Donna and Laura are like well into their late 20s. So Cheryl Lee kind of like, there's moments where like you kind of have to have a suspension of belief that this late 20-year-old is playing a 17-year-old, but still in the context of the movie, it's like you kind of have to have that fact of just like, yeah, it's bad. It's really bad.
Wait, what movie is this?
Fire Walk With Me.
The fuck? Okay.
Yeah, that's right, Wesley. If you were paying attention. Pop quiz. Who is Bob?
Some weird spiritual entity that essentially kidnaps the father's body.
Good job, Wesley. You know Twin
Wednesday
Peaks.
Addams' mom.
Wednesday Addams. Yeah, so that's basically it. And then, like I said, the return is interesting because of what it's doing. So season 2 ended very strong in the sense that, so they explained in the show that there are 2 places that exist beyond the plane of reality. There's a thing called the Black Lodge and a thing called the White Lodge. Obviously, the White Lodge is good and the Black Lodge is bad. So
why can't it be the other way?
Yeah.
Jones the racist strikes again.
Crazy.
Who's the director of Comrades, a Love Story, Howler?
Wu Chang Park.
Anyways.
What the fuck?
Anyways. So the ending of season 2 basically leaves off the fact that Cooper gets stuck in the Black Lodge, and then Bob takes over Cooper's body. That's where season 2 ends. And fucking people have been waiting 25 years for this shit to get solved. And the return, season 3, kind of like shows that Cooper has been gone. Like he's just been AWOL for like 25 years doing evil shit, but because Bob is in his body. And it's like this other interesting part where you kind of follow Cooper getting out of the Black Lodge, but trying to like get back to his body. So it's like this weird shit is also happening, while at the same time Twin Peaks is still experiencing weird shit as well. It's really nice to see characters from the original series come back after like 25 years. And it makes me really sad too, because it's just like they're all so old. Like they're all so old. I think the one thing that makes me sad is that the actress that played a character in the show called the Log Lady, this lady that like talks to her log, but her log has like spiritual properties. Apparently, the actress herself had cancer, and originally David Lynch didn't want to ask her because he felt like it would be too much of a burden on her, but she said yes to coming back to the show and doing a couple scenes while still going through chemotherapy. But eventually, she passed away after the show got released. Yeah, like it's one of those things where it's just like it's really like sad to see a lot of these characters or a lot of these actors like age, and it's just like after watching season 2 where they all look so young and like at their prime of their lives, it's just like it hits in a different way. I believe also Michael Cera is in season 3 as like the son of these two characters. But yeah, overall, like a lot of the actors passed away before the third season got made. Luckily, some of them are still here because I believe Miguel Ferrer also passed away, like I think a year or two after the show got released. And yeah, it's a trip. It's kind of a trip. But Twin Peaks is such an experience that I have to say that, like, if you're willing to give it a shot, it's so worth it. Especially for watching Fire Walk with Me because of the drastic tone shift of that movie. But the other thing that kind of like I think is a detriment to the movie itself is you got to watch the deleted scenes, because the deleted scenes actually has answers to a lot of things that happen within the show and within the movie, where a lot of things aren't explained as to what the fuck they are. While in the deleted scenes, it's like, oh, this thing, it's this thing. And it's like, oh, there's an answer for that. And even then, the third season of Twin Peaks has a couple things that are referenced within the deleted scenes of Fire Walk with Me. So it gets really goofy where it's like, you need to do homework on that, because the amount of deleted scenes is basically a movie's worth of stuff, which is insane. But because David Lynch is David Lynch, the movie, the original format of the movie is just weird, and you kind of have to like solve things yourself, even though there are answers, which is bizarre. Yeah, so that's it. That's Chunch's TED Talk for Twin Peaks. Thank you for sitting down. Thank you for entertaining the fact that Wesley knows what a bob is.
Yeah, because I was listening.
Yeah, thank you, Wesley. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Anyways, Kamen Rider.
Okay.
That's where you shut off.
Goodbye.
No, Wesley, I need to tell you about Kamen Rider, about how Bob's in Kamen Rider. Kamen Rider
okay,
Bob.
cool.
Okay.
Okay, you don't care.
Kamen Rider Bob. But it's so funny how Bob was created, because it's just literally a dude with long hair, jeans, and a jean jacket. But he's the most horrifying person in that show. But it's the story behind that is because this guy that plays Bob is originally like a set dresser. Like he creates the sets within the show. So there was something that happened where he accidentally got within one of the shots because of the mirror. The mirror reflected his image, and David Lynch saw that and was like, that's kind of creepy. I kind of like that. All right, let's put you in more shots. So they put him in more shots, and they're like, all right, you're our bad guy, essentially. And it's just like this crazy thing of just in the moment where this happens. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to mention. Do you know the actress Rashida Jones?
No.
Howler?
Yes, I know who she is.
Okay.
You said this before.
Okay. Well, I said this on our Discord, but Wesley doesn't know. Wesley, if you Google Rashida Jones, you know her face. But to explain, she is the daughter of Quincy Jones, very well-known musician, and one of the actresses in Twin Peaks, which I forget her name, but in the show Twin Peaks, the actress plays a waitress who owns a diner called the Double R. And when I saw this lady, I was like, wow, she's very pretty. And it's just like, huh, I wonder what happened to her. And like, I found out that she passed away like a couple years back. But I'm like, oh, she married Quincy Jones for a little bit. And then I'm like, wait, that's Rashida Jones's mother? And I'm like, and then I can't unsee it now because it's just like, oh my god, like the face is just there. It's so crazy, but I was seeing online that you know how Conan O'Brien has his own like podcast channel on YouTube. So he has like an interview with Rashida Jones being like, oh yeah, your mom worked on Twin Peaks. You know, what's your story behind that? Because obviously you were born around that time and like you kind of knew what was going on with your mom being on that show. So she kind of gives like a breakdown of like, yeah, I've been to the set, you know, I interacted with like some of the actors. And she's like, but the one person that I was always afraid of was the guy who played Bob. And it's just like, it's mostly because of the show, of how it portrays Bob of being this like creepy ghost thing. But it's just a dude in a jean jacket. And like, she's like, she even mentions, she's like, it took me years to actually gain the confidence to actually talk to this man. And she's like, when I eventually talked to him, he was the nicest person to you could meet in the world. And it's just like that little thing of like, that's really neat. That's a really cool thing. But it's like, yeah, it's crazy to think that like, that was Rashida Jones's mom. And it's I can't unsee it now. Yeah, that's a little trivia.
Bad show.
Just a little trivia thing.
Bad show. Bob sucks.
Bob. Yeah, everybody hates Bob. Anyways, you were laughing at fictional sexual assault. Anyways, Howler, continue.
Yeah, you know, easy thing to laugh at.
Wow, insensitive. Wow.
Black.
All right, that's it for Challenge. I'm done. I caught up. I actually have not caught up with One Piece. I'm still reading the One Piece, but that's it.
You don't care for the One Piece.
No, all I know is that Whitebeard is pissed off that they took Ace.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Whitebeard is like, come with me, my son. And then Ace is like, I hate my real dad. Yeah. Yep. That's One Piece. Hating dads. But you guys want to talk about the news for a little bit? Whatever the fuck I grabbed.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say.
All right. Speaking about hating dads, Evo happened. Evolution.
Oh yeah.
Tournament happened.
I actually watched some of that.
It's good, right? Some good shit.
Did you see? My friend was watching it, so I watched it from him.
Which one did you watch? Did you watch Tekken or did you watch
Mortal Kombat, Sonic Fox versus everyone, pretty much?
Yeah, Sonic Fox versus the world, essentially. Yeah, Sonic Fox won. So
I didn't see the end, but I saw him literally fucking everyone up with Homelander, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was talking to my friend because he's very versed in fighting games, and he was like, I was like, oh, did Homelander like just come out? And like, I don't know if he did or not, but he was like,
a couple weeks back.
Yeah, he's just like the OP character right now. And then I was like, what makes him OP? And he was like, well, he flies. And then he was like, they had to like, I guess hotfix him or patch him because you could kick people in the corner and keep them there forever because you were floating.
Oh, loops. Yeah. Homelander had loops.
Yeah. And then it was cool. Saw the powers like that. A lot of people use the lady to throw the green axe because it's a throwable that's like consistent. It works all the time.
Oh, Chameleon.
I mean, yeah. Probably Chameleon.
Are you gonna watch The Boys now?
No, I still just don't have an interest for that.
It's good.
I know it is.
I like Carl Urban. I love it when he says "The Boys, oi," and I love it when he says "oi." Oi!
It would probably be a good show. I just can't. I can't like get myself to want to start it.
Yeah, it's kind of a commitment, to be honest. But you know, like I said,
is it over?
Season 4 finished.
Is that the end of the
series?
Story?
No, season 5 is going to be the end.
Okay.
But the other thing is that like they did a spin-off series which kind of connects to season 4.
Is it called The Girls?
No, it's called Gen V.
Well, they had a chance and they didn't take it. So
I hate you for that.
What, The Girls?
Yeah, you're so
what a perfect fucking thing to make it, bro.
Girls. There's actually a joke within The Boys that talks about the girls. Like,
see?
Yeah, it's actually pretty goofy.
So it's not
really
that
funny.
far-fetched.
Yeah, it's not really far-fetched.
You see that Pokemon reference out there in there, guys?
So you're going to watch The Boys?
So Evo was this weekend, and it's over now.
So, yeah, Evo finished. Congratulations to all the winners that are not Chonch. Sonic Fox.
You have to go to be a winner.
No, I refuse. Dude, I would love to go to Evo. No, to be honest, I would love to go to Evo. But
so
it's like,
my friend that plays that I said the same thing to him, bro. You said you want to go. I said to him, I was like, is this like something you would like really want to do? Like go and see this thing? Because it's something he loves fighting games. And he was like, yeah, dude. He's like, it's something I've really wanted to do, but I just don't like. He's like, if I went, I'd want to compete. And I was like, just compete.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I don't want to get my ass handed to me. I'm like, but that's the point. And see who you. I was like, go beat 5-year-olds for a second, and then lose to some adult.
Or beat some adults and then lose to a 5-year-old.
Yeah. We had that upside down flip too. Okay. And then I was like, you know, best case scenario, you lose to Sonic Fox. Worst case scenario, you lose to a 5-year-old.
Hey man, yeah. You lose to Sonic Fox, Daigo Umehara, Justin Wong, fucking anybody who's top tier. Even low tier guy.
Jesus Christ.
After not paying your child support.
Don't worry, Lucky would never do that.
Never. No, yeah, I would love to go to Evo, but it is a commitment to go, obviously, because it is a big event and it's 3 days. But I forget how much it is for entry fee, and then obviously you have to take into consideration of staying in the hotel or looking for a hotel, and then also travel fee. And
is it always in Vegas?
It's always in Vegas. They opened up a new one in Singapore, I believe. I think that was one of the big announcements, is that like Evo's going to Singapore. Because there's Evo Japan, Evo US, and then now Evo Singapore. And then they have...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, they have like a little award thing, I think in Los Angeles, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so every place you're going to go is be expensive. I was going to say Nevada is going to be expensive, you know?
Yeah. So that's the thing.
Or Las Vegas, more
but I think the other complaint was I think they raised up the prices for entry fees and tickets for Evo. Because I think that was one of the things.
It's getting more popular.
Yeah. Yeah, it's obviously getting more popular. But yeah, I would love to go. One of these days, I would love to just head out to Nevada, take place in Evo. But the thing is that, dude, I have not played fighting games like at all. And it's just like I have to pick that shit up again. And that's also the other thing, is that like I would want to sign up for like everything, but you really can't. You can only choose like maybe like 3 games max that you know. Mm-hmm. So, but that's the other thing for me personally, is just like I'm so out of like practice that like I don't know what I'm doing, because I haven't even touched the newest season of Guilty Gear or Street Fighter or even Tekken. Like I haven't played Eddie Gordo.
Is there any reason to walk around this convention, or is it just there's sitting and fighting games?
No, like there is like a bunch of shit. There's like artist alleys, cosplay events. There's also like neat things from like manufacturing companies. Like there was one thing that I saw that like somebody was manufacturing like CRT TVs to play like old school fighting games, because they got like they were able to manufacture the game boards that were in arcade machines.
Gotcha.
So it's like really neat things like that, where they show like products and stuff like that you can buy.
I was gonna say, because we were talking about PAX the other day, and like we went to Boston for it a few times, and I know it's a big difference from going to Las Vegas and Boston, but it was like, it wasn't cheap, but like it was also worth it. So like I would say like if you wanted to do it, you should at least do it once at least.
Here's also the other thing. I would like to go with other people. Yeah. So I'm not just alone there by myself.
That's completely fair.
But I would have to find somebody that has an interest in that as well. Or even Wesley hates fighting games.
Wesley now loves fighting games.
No, but he loves big booty Latinas. So good luck. Good news, Wesley. Good news. Good news, Wesley.
Oh.
There's some big booty Latinas dressed up as fighting game characters.
He gets there and on the door says, "No big booty
Latinas
allowed." And he's
I'd be like, well,
well, I gotta get a plane ticket back home. I'm like, oh.
I'd be like, enjoy your stay.
No, so yeah, that's also the other thing about Evo is that like I would like to go as a group of people to go there because it's just like, you know, to have more people there and actually experience the thing with
more people
with the more people. But I watched some of the highlights over at Evo. I didn't watch all of them. The only thing I got excited for obviously is for the reveals and shit. But you know, I saw Arslan Ash win. I saw Lily Pichu fight against Harada, which is funny. Really funny. To the point people were joking, being like, Lily Pichu plays Lily in Tekken. So people were joking around being like, Harada's gonna fucking gut this character. She's gonna fucking like nerf her.
Is she good at fighting games?
Lily Pichu, yeah, she's very good at Tekken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to give her.
I've only ever seen her play like, I swear she's a League player, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm almost positive I've only seen her on League of Legends.
No, like to give her credit, like I feel like I know her.
My algorithm's League though too. To be fair.
Yeah, I would feel like I know her a little bit more because of her boyfriend Michael Reeves.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so obviously I watched like some stuff of his YouTube stuff.
The only reason I know her is
because of her boyfriend.
Because of who she's dating.
See who she's dating. You're only popular because you're dating.
Because of your man.
Anyways, let's get for another season of Lethal Weapon. No, but like
I just understood what you were saying.
Reference, callback.
You don't know anything. Go ahead.
But no, she is actually she's very good. She plays Lily. And that's what I'm saying is that like I'm so out of practice dude that like I haven't gone back to Tekken and like I feel like I just have I would have to press buttons again to kind of get a feel. Even with Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear has changed its systems so much that I have to like kind of reintroduce myself into the systems of Guilty Gear.
Hey man, starting today you got a year. And if you want to wait 2 years, you have 2 years.
That's true, but there's so many other games that I want to play. Like right now, like I'm playing fucking.
You have to jork and only play fighting games.
Kinitsugami. Kinitsugami is like really fun, and I'm like.
That's true. You could play League.
I could play League, and there's movies that I gotta watch. Look! Did you saw the movies that I was showing?
All those bad movies?
Yeah, all these bad good movies.
This guy's like, gotta watch Twin Peaks again.
I gotta watch. I gotta watch La Familia. Fucking Fast and Furious over there.
Okay, fair. I'll give that to you.
It's insane that out of all those stacks of movies you talked about, I think Fast and Furious is the only thing I'd want to watch. And I don't even want to watch that.
I mean, you weren't here for all of them.
I was here for most of them. You went back on the ones that I wasn't here for, too.
Yeah, you should watch...
Family.
You should watch... What is that? Barry Lyndon.
Yeah, I heard about that one. I'm good.
Okay.
It's actually probably another one that sounded the most interesting too, actually.
All I care is that 21 Savage edit with Barry Lyndon. It's the shit.
21.
21.
What was the next thing of news?
For so
is it pinned in here?
No, I didn't pin jack shit, so that's why I'm going to go through it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yeah, Evo happened, but announcements happened. So I just want to get through the announcements. So speaking about hating dads, Wesley, did you know that Heihachi Mishima is not dead?
I figured. He never is.
So Heihachi's back, even though Harada and Tekken 7 was like, he's dead now. So Tekken 8, it's revealed that the next DLC character is Heihachi. For winter, I believe? Or autumn. I think autumn. But yeah, Heihachi is coming back, baby, with a vengeance. They also showed a little bit of gameplay. Well, not gameplay, but they showed a first look of Terry Bogard in Street Fighter 6. Guilty Gear revealed Season 4 for its characters. So 2 returning characters are coming back. Dizzy and Venom. And they also revealed that a new character, Unica, is coming out. But they revealed a guest character. Wesley, guess the guest character for Guilty Gear Strive.
Ooh, Terry.
No. I mean, that would have been a good choice.
I guess. What's the answer?
This character is from an anime.
Is it Luffy?
It's not Luffy.
Oh, then I don't care.
All right, it's Lucy from Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Oh.
Yeah, so Lucy, aka the groomer from Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
I'm sorry, the what?
Yeah, please explain what do you mean.
Lucy's like
physical grooming?
Lucy's like 20 years old, and then David is like 17.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So that's been kind of the joke that's been happening, is that people are like, are you serious? They chose Lucy as the character instead of like David or Becca.
Becca, bro. Rated.
But yeah, they chose Lucy. I don't know. Lucy is a very interesting character because of the fact that like she is very complicated, but at the same time, not a great look when she basically like essentially does groom David a little bit.
He's not understood.
But he's just misunderstood. Anyways, but yeah, that's season 4 for Guilty Gear. 3 characters in the series and then a guest character. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus adds 2 characters, Versusia and Vicala. I don't know. I think one of them is a magical girl who turns into a mouse girl.
Nice.
I don't know anything about Grand Blue World, but I have played Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. It's good. Samurai Jack and Beetlejuice are headed to multiverses. So I'll be back to the past. Samurai Jack.
Watcha.
King of Fighters 15 is adding Vice and Mature. Shout out to the homegirl Vice. And then they showed a little bit of gameplay for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. It adds Kevin Ryan, a character within the City of the Wolves series. SNK also hinted that they're looking on doing a new Art of Fighting game and a Samurai Showdown action RPG, which should be interesting. Also, a release of SNK versus Capcom SVC Chaos released literally the day of it got announced. This is a SNK versus Capcom game. This is a very like divisive game. Some people might describe it as a kusoge, which is usually a shit game, because it is very janky and it's very unfair at times. I bought it because my curiosity was piqued, and it's only like $20. So I was like, I'll give it a shot, and I played a little bit of it, and my god, it is some jank shit. But it has rollback, so that's cool. Let's see. Under Night in Birth 2 reveals Uzuki, the Black Monger. And yeah, they revealed a little bit more characters for Under Night in Birth 2. And then a little bit more of Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact got shown, and they released that Meruem, one of the antagonists from Hunter x Hunter, is coming to the game. So, let's see, I think it's 8 characters in total? Yes. Phaeton, Crollo, Uvogin, Machi, Bisky, Gon, Killua, Leorio, Kurapika, Hisoka, and Netero are in Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact. So, yep, those are the announcements from EVO. Get excited.
Yay.
Woo! Evolution. Anyways, speaking about de-evolution, Halo show got canceled after 2 seasons. Moving on.
Yay.
Yeah! Very sad. No more Master Cheeks.
Me, Master Chief.
No, Master Cheeks.
No,
Wesley, you're not a fan of the series, bro. You don't even know the true name. Yeah, you see the actor who plays Master Chief, you see his ass like a lot.
Yeah.
In the show.
And also his head. You see his fucking face a ton.
You see his cranium, not his other head.
Stupid.
You see his head. not the other
I didn't
head.
say penis, motherfucker.
Well, you see his head, and then you
see
pause.
his absolute fucking bear cock.
You see his junk, all right, his master junk.
Junk, dang, crazy.
Damn. He's like, I'm gonna show you a halo, and then proceeded to junk all over the place.
I hate you so much for that stupid little thing you just said right now.
Junk?
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna show you a massive halo.
Oh, okay. Anyways, yeah. I didn't see season 2, but we did see season 1, both me and Howler, and oh no.
It's pretty sad.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, it's not a good show, but it is trashy to the point where I kind of enjoyed it. But
yeah,
knowing Chonch likes trashy shit. So
true.
Yes, it is true. Speaking about trash, Microsoft has changed its whole subscription shit. So let's kind of dive into it. I have a tweet from Tom Warren kind of explaining what the fuck their new shit is. So Xbox Game Pass Core is $9.99, which doesn't include day one games. Then you got PC Game Pass, which is $11.99, and that includes day one games. Then you have Xbox Game Pass for console, which is $10.99. That includes day one. And then Xbox Game Pass Standard, but only for new subscriptions. That's $14.99. That does not include day one. And then you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which is $20, which is day one games. Sound good?
So Ultimate is the only one that has day one games?
Okay. It's really bad.
Can you just link it to me real quick so I can read it? Because
Okay.
I don't know where the fuck this link is.
Okay, hold on. It's a tweet.
Wesley's computer in here right now.
It's a tweet.
Yeah, send it to me.
Hold on. Let me do this on my phone.
Oh my god, old man Chonch's tiny fingers.
Well, I'm trying to explain it, and you're not understanding, bro. You don't get it.
Yeah.
You don't get the complexities of Microsoft, bro.
I'm gonna be real, man. If you had longer hair, I think I'd understand it better.
Wow. So you're making fun of Chonch because he's bald? I see. I see how it is. You laugh.
Superpowers of Leslie.
you laugh at sexual assault and bald people.
Oh
Gotcha.
God.
All right, so as Howler's friend, the guy that's fighting games, he's got a big head but a small brain, so don't expect much.
Who, Derek?
Yes,
Wow.
The non-archer?
the non-archer, yeah.
Oh, I forgot to say shit like that to him while he was here. Damn.
What? He was
I'll do it
here?
next
I
time.
just... Oh no, he wasn't. That's
He was in New Jersey.
I pinned it.
Oh, okay. Good job.
You're welcome.
What, you want a fucking cookie?
You
Got him.
You asked me to send you it. Wow.
What, are you fucking want an award? Are you pinning an award on yourself now?
I would like an award.
Xbox Core Pass, no game day one. PC Game Pass day one. Okay, I don't care anymore. All right, I still get it. Cool, thanks, man.
Yeah.
That's all I care.
I went through the effort to find this thing only for you to be like, I don't care anymore. I'm
Well,
a
you didn't explain it very good.
I'm a pay
So
Xbox. Guac
only,
guac.
only extra guac. So Xbox Core Game Pass, which is the Game Pass for the Xbox, has no day ones. Then the Xbox Pass Standard, which I have no idea what the fuck that is, has no day ones.
It's so confusing.
Xbox Game Pass for console. What is Xbox Game Pass Standard?
That's the thing. I don't know.
So one of these must not exist or something anymore. I think Core Pass is maybe gone, and maybe Pass Standard takes that place because $10 for Core Pass still. Or no, you know what it is? I think this is what it is. I think Core Pass is a set number of games you get that are just like when you get PlayStation Plus, they give you the like PlayStation 5 package.
I'm gonna say
Where they give you like 6 games or something.
I would assume it's just online for. Xbox.
No.
Well, yeah.
Xbox,
Game Pass.
Xbox Game Pass
Core.
Core.
Yeah.
It's not, and then you still have to get Live on top of that.
Yeah.
As far as I understand. And then I would assume Game Pass Standard, as it says new, would be a like step above that, where you get all the games that are in the pass, but you don't get day ones, obviously.
I think Game Pass console and standard are the same thing, because it's talking about existing subs and new only, which I'm assuming is new subscriptions.
Existing new only.
Because I think you can probably roll over. It's bad. It's bad. Xbox.
It's very weird. Again, the PC pass is the same, so I'm doing great.
All right, congratulations. Also, Black Ops 6 not day one.
You sure?
I believe Microsoft did say that.
I'm pretty positive they said it was day one.
Oh my god, bro! They did before, then they retracted that because they realized that they need the sales.
Oh, I forgot that Google doesn't know what blops means.
Blorps. I'm about to blorp. All right, moving along.
Moving the laundry.
Let's see. Sony Music Entertainment, Japan, Aniplex, and Pocket Pair have established joint venture Pal World Entertainment, responsible for developing the reach of the IP and expanding commercial business endeavors, including the global licensing and merchandise activities associated with Pal World outside of the interactive game. You guys
have rights to Pal World?
They have merchandising rights. So if you want, I don't know, what's a PAL in that game?
Yeah, Bushido or Bushi. The fuck is the name?
Yeah, if you want
you can get a plushie.
Yeah, if you want a Bushi plushie or a Bushi bowl or a Bushi mug, Sony owns that, and Aniplex and Pocket
You can get a plush though.
Well, the thing that I'm stating is that Sony Music Entertainment, Aniplex, and Pocket Pair have joined together to have merchandising rights for Power World.
It would have been really funny if Nintendo bought them out.
That would have been.
They would just have two Pokemons.
I was about to say Nintendo has a hilarious thing they could do right now, and it's buy that shit.
By the way, Xbox it's still coming day one.
Gosh, watch it not come day one, and then you'd be like, I can't believe Choach lied, and I'm like, I did not say that.
I just looked up all the news things, literally everything.
And you're gonna come out here and be like, Choach is trying to make fake news, send him back over the wall, and I'm like, whoa, bro, that's too much. And you're like, did you know sexual assault is funny?
I mean, my favorite president would send you back. So.
Where? Did you just tell me to go back to my country, which is here?
Hey, listen, man. If my president can't tell from where you are, then,
where racism on my own podcast
is literally Waluigi, bro.
Yeah, literally.
Wow, Wesley. I thought you would take my side. I guess I'm
Wario.
I guess. All right. Speaking about Wario, actually, this is not a Nintendo thing. Piranha Bytes, the group that was owned by Embracer, the studios behind Gothic, Risen, and Elex, has shut down. So another one bites the dust thanks to Embracer.
Wasn't Elex bad?
Yeah, Elex was pretty jank.
Good then.
Well,
fucking good.
Wow.
Too many jobs in America, anyways.
Right.
Or wherever it's from.
Germany.
Too many Germans, anyways.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Speaking about too many shit, the Horizon Zero Dawn live action series at Netflix is not moving forward. So it's officially canned. Okay.
Wait, what movie?
Crazy.
Wow.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, that's a bad movie, anyways.
Anyways, Lance Reddick.
He was in it?
Yeah, he was in it.
Yeah. He was the antagonist.
Yep. But you wouldn't know.
Wait, he was a dad?
No.
What are you saying? What are you saying? He was the bad guy. He was the dad?
I never beat the game.
Yeah,
and I remember hearing the dad's voice and being like, "That might be Lance Reddick."
So in the beginning of the fucking game,
are you confusing Lance Reddick's character with the fucking Resident Evil shit? Is that what's happening?
No.
Because he was a dad in that show.
Yeah, I know.
Was he the antagonist?
News?
Okay, yeah, I do.
Have more news.
All right. Sony will cut 250 jobs from its recordable media business, key manufacturing hub, amid a decline in demand for traditional storage formats, and will gradually decrease production of optical disc storage media products, including Blu-ray discs, according to sources.
Man, no one really uses Blu-ray unless you're challenged.
I mean, that's good because now Destiny will get the attention it needs.
Nobody uses Blu-ray. Oh, wait, hold on. There's been an update to this. This refers to recordable media, including blank discs, so it's not Blu-rays.
Wow, false news.
Okay, so it's a different media. Sorry about that. This is a Wario64 post. Let's see. Redbox owner has filed for bankruptcy. So if you ever rented from Redbox, congratulations, you killed the company.
Did we not do this before?
Wait, if we rented from them?
Yes,
we killed them?
Yes, you killed them.
Why?
Because you didn't rent from them more. You should have rented more movies, bro. you dummy.
I stream everything I want, bro.
Exactly. That's why physical media is dying.
Why were they Redbox and not Red Netflix? You know?
There's a part of me that wants to say that Netflix tried to buy Redbox or something like that.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah, I feel like it.
You know what I tried to do?
Buy Netflix?
These nuts. Got them.
Okay.
Nice.
Anyways, employees haven't received paychecks for over a week. Money is owed to major entities including Walmart, Walgreens, Universal, Sony, and Warner Brothers. They face over a dozen lawsuits for unpaid bills, and company is nearly $1 billion in debt.
Wait, what?
Redbox.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Are they the dad? Yeah, they're the dad. Redbox was the dad all along.
Was it Bob? He's inside of everybody's.
Yes, Bob.
Somehow taking over Redbox.
Redbox.
Everything.
Redbox was possessed by Bob, and then it killed Laura Palmer, and then Lance Reddick was not the dad the whole time. Congrats. Anyways, did you know that Dead Rising is getting a remaster/remake?
I did know that.
Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered has been shown and is coming out in September or October. I forget.
Is it getting HDified? Is it getting remade?
Yes, it's using the RE engine.
The
Resident Evil engine. What?
Yep, the Resident Evil engine, the engine.
If you say like re, it sounds like a chainsaw. Re.
Yeah, I mean you can use a chainsaw in Dead Rising.
That's the point I was making, you fucking...
Wow, you're so creative.
It was the dad.
It was the dad.
Bab.
But yeah, did you guys have you guys ever tried to go back and play Dead Rising like at all?
Nope.
No, that game's ass, bro.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep, thank you.
Game's pretty jank.
You want to stay in a mall and hit things with baseball bats?
I mean, this was during the height of the Day of the Dead? Or is it Land of the Dead? I think Land of the Dead, right?
I've never been a big zombie guy.
Yeah, I know. You've told me before that zombies are not your favorite.
Yeah, nor vampires or werewolves.
You should watch...
You like Warwick, though, right? And Vlad.
And Vlad. I hate Vladimir.
You should watch One Cut of the Dead.
That sounds really
That looks
dumb.
silly.
It is. It is very silly.
Is he missing teeth?
No, he's not missing teeth.
Okay. Is he the dad?
I think he might be.
Bob?
Yeah, it's Bob. It's a good movie. Anyways, so yeah, Dead Rising is a. You all right?
Yeah.
May I continue?
I mean, if you want, I guess.
Okay. So Dead Rising is coming out later this year. Yeah, it's getting reworked with the re-engine. And it looks good. Looks good. I will be playing it. I like Dead Rising, but my first Dead Rising was Dead Rising 2, so it got some changes. Obviously, with Dead Rising 2. I played 3. 3 was.
The first Dead Rising I played was Tenkaichi 2.
Oh wow, that's pretty good Dead Rising.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it. But yeah.
Why does Jones hate funny? It's crazy.
I don't hate funny. I like funny.
Look at him. He's like, shut up, Haler.
No, I didn't say anything. I just said.
And then he broke my new sandals.
No, I didn't say anything about that.
Sandals? What?
Anyways, I guess more in the sadder news. Donald Sutherland passed away. And there was an interview with him that came up, I think, with Anderson Cooper, where it talks about like his past. There was a really sad story he had about how like his mom called him ugly, and that's basically haunted him for like his entire life.
What?
Yeah.
Like she had to do it a lot. It wasn't just once then.
Wow.
If you got like ultra triggered by one time being called, that's crazy.
I mean, by your own mom though.
I mean,
and this was like, I think, kind of like during his rise in Hollywood too.
Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, he got it in with Jane Fonda, so he's fine.
But ugly.
But uggo. That's sad. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Microsoft now issuing Redfall refunds after the closure of Arcane Austin. So.
What?
Yep.
They're refunding the game?
Yep. Because
can I get my money back from the Game Pass that I played of it?
No. What are you?
Oh, okay.
Because you dummy, because you bought the Game Pass.
I put so much time in. I did play the game a lot.
Yeah. Speaking about time, we're going back to the past with Batman Caped Crusader.
Yeah.
And who's playing Batman?
That guy that I asked you about?
Yeah, it's that guy. Hamish Linklater will be playing Batman.
Hamish Lincoln Ladder?
Yeah, Linklater.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's his name. What's so funny, bro?
What the fuck, bro? That's a weird name. That's what's funny.
No, Hamish is a very common name.
No, it's not.
Not even.
No, you guys don't even know. You guys.
Lincoln Log is not a common name either, bro. That's a fucking toy.
Linklater, not Lincoln Log, but Hamish is so common you guys don't even get it. Anyways, but yeah, it's coming out August 1st, and I think they did a little bit of teasers for like who's going to be in the show. So like obviously Harley Quinn, Two-Face, Firebug.
Harley, and then I'm watching it.
Yeah, but it's a very different interpretation of Harley.
It's not going to be what's her name?
Yeah, it's not going to be fucking Tara Strong being like Mr. J.
Oh, this is a cartoon. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a cartoon. No, he's not going to be Batman in the suit.
Yeah,
it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
God, Howler, you and your fantasies. Speaking about fantasies, Turtle Beach has ended longtime partnership with Dr. Disrespect.
Oh yeah, this is fun. Okay, let's talk about this.
After his allegations. Okay, let me preface this.
Mm-hmm.
I know nothing of Dr. Disrespect, okay?
She was just 17. Let me preface it.
Hold up. Here, the only thing I knew about Dr. Disrespect is the whole like cheating thing that happened with his wife.
You've never actually watched him or
I never
paid
watched
attention to his lore.
Not a single thing.
Isn't he like 6'7" or some shit?
He's a tall person,
okay.
And he
did he play for the NBA?
Won 2 championships for video games, and he apparently was good at sports.
I mean, if you're fucking 6 foot plus, then I would assume so.
I think like in high school or something, he was like in college, he was like good. I think like his again, like I don't know everything about him either, but I've watched him a few times because my friends were really into him. So I was like, oh, I should like see what he's all about, and he legitimately is funny. I mean,
But is he Chonch
now
funny?
He's gross.
No. He's not Chonch funny.
Chonch is mediocre. Dr. Disrespect is hilarious. Ochre.
Wow, this guy likes bad people.
Listen to 6ix9ine, bro.
Yeah, you still have you have a 6ix9ine avatar.
Yeah, that'll never go away.
It'll never ever. It looks like I'm having a conversation between Luffy and 6ix9ine, the most fucking nightmare blunt rotation.
You're welcome. Dude, that would be the funniest blunt rotation.
Fuck I would be mad chill in that fucking rotation.
Dude, bro. Luffy laughing, fucking gear 5ing it up the whole time.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Chonch crying because he sees
no,
Demon
but then I would have to separate Luffy from 6ix9ine because Luffy would be like, "You did what to that 17-year-old?" And then I'm like, "Luffy, stop! Don't punch him,
bro. He didn't do anything." He got carded at the... No, anyways, Dr. Disrespect.
Anyways, back to your defense about Dr. Disrespect. Continue.
Nah, we talked about this earlier.
Yes, we did.
We talked about how weird it is that people defend. So, like, I don't know if Wesley wasn't here, right? Because I want to specifically say this for him then.
No.
So, Wesley, there's people online that, like, they're not defending him per se, but
they're jumping around. They're like setting goalposts in a really weird way.
Well, they'll be like, I can't believe he did that. He messed up the bag. And it's like,
oh yeah, that's
regardless of money, maybe don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's so stupid. It's literally just like, just don't cross the line. Stay on the other side. That's all you have to do.
So the context is, because this is the thing, is that like I usually don't really bring drama shit into the podcast, but this is interesting because of the fact that this person has such a big influence in video games. That's why this is kind of here. Because of the fact that he's in fucking Call of Duty, one of the biggest games in the world, and he was planning on coming out with his own game, but obviously that shit got
kicked off the team.
Okay, so I guess to give a timeline of events of things that happened, I didn't know that he wasn't on Twitch anymore. He's on Kick.
No, yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought he was still on Twitch.
No, he got kicked off.
So that was the thing, is that like when I found out about this news, obviously I knew about him with the cheating with his wife, because I always joked around that like Dr. Disrespectful to his wife. But the thing is that like the news about this particular thing, about the allegations, is from an ex-Twitch employee that was like, yeah, Twitch had to get rid of him because of the fact that his whispers were like him sending messages to a 17-year-old. And it's just like, what? And then people, this is the thing with like internet theorists and like people trying to like piece the things together, thinking that this is, allegedly the reason why the whole thing with the cheating with his wife was because the cheating was this conversation he was having with the 17-year-old. But the other factor is that like it's so goofy at the shit of what was it? Him and Nick Merckx were the ones that didn't want like LGBTQ representation in Call of Duty.
Nick Merckx was really big about it, and then everyone that Nick Merckx is with either was like, "Oh, I don't really have anything to say about that," or was like, kind of riding.
Yeah, yeah. So first of all, I'm an ally. I personally on my thing, I don't really care about that. If people want representation in certain things that they like, sure, I think that's perfectly fine. But having a huge hate against that is such a mindset that I don't comprehend, and really being adamant about it is just like mind numbing to the point of just like kind of going on that grift. I think it's stupid. I think it's really fucking dumb. So with that shit, I just didn't give a shit about Dr. Disrespect or Nick Merckx or anybody that were that big, obviously on Kick or Twitch, because it's just like it's such a stupid like thing to really hate on. But it's video games. Overall, at the end of the day, it's fucking video games. It's a hobby that everyone does, and it shouldn't be a mutually exclusive thing for straight people. It's stupid.
Yeah.
But that's Chunch. Anyways, gay. Sorry. But no, it's just dumb with that shit. But it's hilarious as to like.
Chonch makes a joke. I'm sorry.
Chonch yelled gay. What the gay represents, who knows? But it's like I said, like this whole grifting shit is just like so stupid. But that's a different tangent for another day. But back to the whole thing with Dr. Disrespect is like when this was revealed that the fact that he had been essentially texting a minor, allegedly, and allegedly grooming her, and was allegedly planning on meeting her. It took him a little bit to respond, and then his response was not that great. I don't remember his response in verbatim, but it was kind of in the feel of like, well, I'm not in jail, so I'm not the bad guy.
His response was specifically, something happened. I did write to her, I'm not a bad guy, but he never said I didn't do it. He never said I didn't send like sexually explicit messages to her. He just said like there were messages. I'm not a bad guy.
Yeah. Also, no LGBTQ people in Call of Duty. Thank you.
And the other thing he pointed out was I got paid from Twitch. So how would I be at fault?
So that was the thing as well, is that like there was a lawsuit because he brought it up, the fact that he believed that Twitch kicked him off without any reason. So I guess with the legality of everything, Twitch was like, all right, let's cut our deal. We'll give you this amount of money and you're off the platform, and that's it. So obviously he took the deal. That's why he left. And then I think, what was it? There's like a video of him like playing a game. I think it might have been Elden Ring, where like he just sees a message and then he's like, you know, at the beginning he was like laughing and like, you know, doing his whole shtick, and then he sees the message and then you just see him just straight face throughout the entire time. I think it might have been the point where like Twitch sent him a message being like, we're ending our deal. I think that
he ends up being like, well guys, I might be taking a break, I gotta get off.
That's what it was. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, with that whole thing, I don't know if there's been any recent updates with this, but yeah, Turtle Beach has ended their partnership with him. I think a bunch of other brands also ended their partnership. Obviously, the biggest one is his company that they were making a game for, a competitive shooter, that he was, what was he? He was the CEO, right? Or the owner?
Yeah, he was... He was one of the like founders.
Founders, okay. So they kicked him off it because of the allegations that came out, to the point where like this is where it gets really weird with parasocial relationships, of the fact that people will defend him adamantly, or defend a figure that, you know, they grew up with or they know, like they've known for their whole lives. And it's weird because of the fact when the company stated that like they're cutting ties with him, everybody basically like went on to like berate the people that work at that company to be like, you're nothing without him. And it's just like weird parasocial shit of just like, he's better than you. Regardless, everybody was cutting ties with him. And yeah, and then he came out with a message that he edited, I believe, twice, because it stated the specific individual and then changed it to the specific minor and then changed it back to specific individual, and it's just like, everybody was like, what the fuck are you doing? But yeah, at the end of the day, nothing really came out of it, besides people trying to kind of go at Nick Merckx to be like, yo man, you want to say something because you kept going on about that shit about protecting the kids with the LGBTQ shit, and your boy was actually like after the kids. So what do you say to that? And Nick Merckx was just like, all right, well, oops. That's it. And then the other person that had like really not great moment with that shit was I think Tim the Tatman, where I actually learned that he worked with families. He used to be a social worker.
Tim? Who, Tim?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We started streaming.
Yeah, he used to be a social worker, so people were kind of having that whole theorizing essentially that like Tim has probably seen cases like that of minors being groomed. So I guess that kind of hit home with him. But even that, that standpoint, is just like most people don't do that when they're like, how old is Dr. Disrespect? Like 40?
40 something.
Yeah, and then like a couple years ago, he was like 30 something, hitting on a 17-year-old. What is this? Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me? Everybody trying to hit on the 17-year-old? Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to get across. That's why I kind of like brought it in here, and that's why I was a little worried about talking about it because of the fact, well, obviously nobody really watches the podcast, but still, it's a topic that I want to kind of talk about because of the fact that this person is so big in gaming. Yeah. So, gay, bad, trans people,
okay.
bad. Nick Merck said it. Okay, whatever he said, he's right.
Wow. Okay. This guy.
Lesbians. No more lesbians in my game.
No wonder we get no views.
Because Joe says some out of context shit.
Yep.
Do montage of Chon saying black and gay, and then no more trans people.
Oh, dude, I would spend hours trying to do that. If I could shit on someone, I would so do that.
Out of context shit. Oh my god, that's so funny. Do you ever see that thing with Maximilian dude where like he was saying like random words, but like he almost said the N-word, but it was like involuntary? To the point where people were trying to be like, Maximilian dude says the N-word, time to get him canceled. It's just like, everybody was like, Max just says stupid shit. It's like, it was just a flub. Like, he didn't even say the actual N-word. And it was just like, yeah.
I haven't seen Max in a while. Have you, like, do you catch up with him?
Yeah.
How's he doing?
Max is chilling with his baby. She's not a baby anymore. She's like a toddler. But yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. I know this is like passage of time, crazy, am I right? But it feels weird at the fact that like I remember like when he announced that he was having a baby, and this is the I was just talking about parasocial relationships, and I'm having a parasocial relationship right now. But like with Maximilian, dude, it's like such an interesting thing because of the fact that he's so like positive with a lot of things. Granted, I do have some gripes with Maximilian dude because he has a tendency to shit on like anime related things, but that's just me. Even though he loves Final Fantasy VII and that's the most like anime Kingdom Hearts bullshit ever. But yeah, it was so interesting to like kind of look back at the videos of like his pregnancy, well, not his, but his and JJ's.
He looked so cute when he was pregnant.
His and JJ's pregnancy announcement, and it's so crazy. And then like seeing the montage, because he does like compilations of like year of the year that went by, and like I saw the one where like they announced the pregnancy and like the baby was born, and then like seeing the little baby, like seeing baby Ripley, just be there and be adorable.
Believe it or not.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, they named the baby after Ripley from Aliens. Because
I believe it.
Because that's Max's favorite movie. But like you see her grow up, and then like seeing some of his like stream compilations and stuff like that, and seeing how essentially that baby has grown, and it's just like it's so weird. It's crazy to think the amount of time has passed.
Joan's gonna message her.
And then
Dr. Disrespect.
And then Benny the dog passed away too, and
oh shit!
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Yeah, Benny passed because Benny was already old at that point. Yeah.
Damn.
What'd you say, Howler? I didn't hear what you said. I was talking about Maximilian, dude, reminiscing.
You were talking about his daughter, and then I said, and Chonja's gonna message her Dr. Disrespect style, and then you said the dog died, and I said, oops.
All right, so we got Howler 3 for 3. saying he doesn't know anything about the Asian people. Sexual assault is funny, and then grooming is funny. Okay, 3 for 3. Congratulations, Howler.
You've hit the lotto.
You hit the lotto. Cool. That's how we end the podcast. Yeah. So that's it. That's all we gotta talk about.
I'm gonna go eat chicken nuggets.
Oh damn! I got chicken to eat. But I'll see you guys in like another month, I guess.
2 months. All right. See you guys.
All right.
Nice.
Bye bye.
I'll see you in like 10 minutes, probably.
Bye bye.
This guy's like, I gotta go play my 20% enhanced graphics, not graphics, frame rate League of Legends.
Dude, 200 plus, crazy.
That is really good. No, I can't remember. You said it was. I think you said what it was before. Do you remember or no?
Like 230 something.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to go any higher. League isn't gonna do anything performative better. But like Fortnite, that's way fucking bigger.
Oh, I play Fortnite on my console.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you're playing a shooter, it'll be substantial.
Yeah. All right, I'm ending the podcast.
Oh, you were still going. Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, bye.